So this is DDEP or DDAL-EBEP-03, the Rising City, which is the epic. And you all still have, from your last cert, I believe, resistance to necrotic if you wanted it, or your other choices were to take the some benefit for your mount.
Oh, right.
Right.
And we decided that wasn't going to mess us up in 16,
No, it was going to last
or...
for 2. Yeah, it was going to last this one in 16. If you choose the necrotic resistance.
Shit.
Yeah,
What
cool.
was the... Because I know I've got my Allosaur mount now.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a quick peek. I'll just drag it onto the screen here of what you get if you decided, or what your choices were here. Oracle War, 15, which you just did, 15 AR. Here we go. So you should see popping up on the screen pretty shortly. The adventure record for 15. Okay. Dreamwalker. He helped the Dream Eater lay the restless spirit of the dragon Carnelian to rest. Choose one of the following. Resistance to necrotic for the next adventure and this epic. So you'll have it for 16 and the epic. If you choose the mount as a reward, you can instead get the dodge for your mount, or you can get bracers or archery. So you have those 3 picks. I'll just keep this over here, over the map of...
Hey Tom, is there a new game room on Roll20?
Oh, there is. Yeah. Sorry.
Like, I don't see anyone logged in. I don't have control of my character.
No.
I will send you. I'll send you the link here. Oops.
Dave, did you take the Staff of the Woodlands?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That seemed like an obvious pick.
Here, I got to take this call, but I'm the idiot in the party anyway, so you can make decisions without me. I'm a fucking robot, for fuck's sake.
You bet. So with the new Roll20 organization, I'm not sure where to find the link for the game, but I can find it in another location. I'll launch game, settings, invite players. There it is. Okay, Jeremy, you'll see it in the general chat of Discord. All right, well, let's do some character intros while we're waiting for the return of Roban. And we'll skip Eberron, give Jeremy time to get logged in, so we'll start with Cass.
Cass is your changeling, artificer, gambler. And I don't really know what I'll say about him because it's been so bloody long since I've looked at him that I can't remember anything else.
All right, Ivan.
Right now.
Ivan Van Ivenson is a divine soul sorcerer and life cleric. He's spouting like an Iron Man kind of suit of armor that Cass helped put like little rocket boosters on, so he can fly around a bit. He's got a handful of nifty items like Ring of Regeneration, Belt of Dwarven Kind, which he grows a beard every day, and a Circlet of Blasting. He is the go-to healer as long as he's not getting counterspelled, and has a fun little repertoire of meta magic.
Next, we got Marathil.
All right, back.
Marathil is maybe a former agent of House Thorani, well known as an enforcer type, and has been learning how to use a double-bladed scimitar, and we'll see tonight, be getting good at it. We'll see how that works out for her.
Oh,
she is a level 15 Paladin of Vengeance.
Did you guys see that? Ivan has 20 temporary hit points for all of you.
Hello.
Incorrect.
Nice.
Thank you.
Next, we'll do Root. Go ahead, Root.
Root is a elf druid who was a soldier in the last war and saw some terrible things and is trying to return to nature to heal his psyche. You might remember him from nothing. He's not appeared in anything.
Aileron will start it back. Go ahead, Aileron.
No. Jeez. So Eberron is a cleric of Dolara, as well as being part sorcerer. He is your second tier healer and spends most of his time with fireballs and casting other attack spells rather than healing you. And has a couple level sorcerers, so now I can do some fun stuff like Ivan does.
Marithil's aura is +3. That's true. Is that true, Marithil?
I believe so. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Roban, go
Only
ahead.
kind of a paladin.
And I'm back.
Go ahead,
By the
Roban.
Roban is a Warforged barbarian. He is a wolf barbarian, so he can help.
That's so hot.
He has a limited memory, basically from when he met with you guys, and he's got a big halberd and an allosaur. And I did take the super evasion on the allosaur is what I took.
Okay. Alrighty. In order to only have 2 lines of stuff on your token, I put your 10 hit points on the gray bar. And you don't need a max.
Right.
You don't need a max occurrence since there is really no max 10 hit points.
Can you tell us? Can you remind us right quick how you're using that gray bar? I can't remember, and I know you were doing it for height and stuff.
You bet. There's a link here. How to click that D20 play how to. Second one from the bottom.
Good, we'll do.
And then you go to like the last page. I think it shows you what to do with that bar. But short form is you double click it. You'll have. You can use both sides of the bar and just add a suffix for what you're showing. So you can do 20T / I don't know. If you had an aura protection, you have a 30A and show them all in that bar. It just lets you put text in there.
Cool.
And you can use the right-hand side either as your altitude or nothing.
Okay. Do we have a hero point yet?
Yeah. You all start with hero point. You all start with inspiration. So at the start of this adventure, you visit before you get here the Town of Salvation or the Town of Gatherhold, and you can buy stuff from the player's handbook, including potions of healing. So do that as you like. You all start with a hero point. As I said, there's no time limit, but there is basically an hour limit of 10 hours. You've come here to Metrol, which is the former capital city of Seer. You've quested here to find the Creeping Knave, the Delkir sanctuary buried deep beneath Metrol Station, which is currently being plundered by the Order of the Emerald Claw. Their excavations have damaged the sanctuary's gatekeeper seal. So, that's bad news for those of you who can heal. The damage of the gatekeeper seal is causing an outflow of negative energy because the boundaries between Eberron, where you're at now, and Doyle, the plane, the realm of the dead, are weak. So, anytime you use a spell or a feature to heal another creature, temporary hit points don't count, they gain negative energy points equal to the hit points the target regains. So, if you cast a heal spell on someone, they'll be healed for 70, but you'll gain 70 negative energy points. While your total negative energy points equal or exceed your current hit points, you have vulnerability to all damage and have disadvantage on death saving throws.
Oh, I forgot about this.
When you have negative energy points and you damage an enemy, you reduce your negative energy points by how much damage you inflict to a minimum of 0. So you can't go negative.
Yep, stock up.
And they'll end at the end of the adventure. So I'm going to just update I'll update Aileron. Okay, so if I hit Aileron's token, on bar 2, I'm going to put 0 on the right so that it'll show the value. And I'm going to put 20T / 0N. So just keep your negative hit points in that 0N field there, Aileron.
So I have a question about that. So if I cast Fireball and hit 6 people for 20 points damage each, that lower my negative energy by 120?
Correct.
Okay.
And is it just spells and features? So like potions? I mean, obviously that'd be like lay on hands or healing spells, but like potions of healing, and then specifically, Marathil has a ring of regeneration. Does it apply to those?
No, and it's also
Okay.
applies to another creature. So anytime,
Another creature.
yeah, anytime you use a spell or a feature to heal another creature, you'll gain
Another
negative
creature.
energy points equal to the hit points you regain. So, Alaron,
So
just as a fireball helps you a lot, a mass cure wounds hurts you a lot.
yeah, that'd be me.
All right. So yeah, keep those
Fortunately.
negative energy points below your hit points. Let's see. You might die in this adventure. During the event, the Scrap Lord's allied clerics can provide any of you with spellcasting services listed in the player's guide. Can't be done during combat, but anytime between combats, you can cast any spell from the player's guide for the cost of the spell. So you have that option. If you run out of healing, you can use cure light wound spells and stuff, or cure wound spells.
Then that wouldn't affect us with negative energy.
Right, because they'd be the ones casting it.
Wait.
Okay. Okay, so you come to this city of Metrol. The Emerald Claw is here already. They're excavating, trying to get to the Creeping Nave. They're below Metrol Station. Metrol Station is right here on the map. Your surveillance of the city has revealed a formidable force of Emerald Claw soldiers camped in the station grounds. Too many to fight alone. But there is an enigmatic Kalishtar Scrap Lord who is camped on the outskirts of the city, and he's loyal to Prince Orgav of Newsire, and he has struck a deal with you. If you help him find items he's looking for, he will create a diversion to lure the Emerald Claw away from the station. So he hands you a list of items. Right here is your list. Different from the first time we played. And he says, "Welcome to the ruined city of Metrol. I need a set of particular things, all listed here. Bring me these things before nightfall, and we've got us an accord. You help me, and I'll find a way to help you. Miss any of these items, and you'll pay me a penalty and salvage for each one. Your coin aren't worth horse dung here. I'm only interested in the treasure from beautiful Seer. Things I can sell back to the prince to make him happy. The items I'm looking for are spread all over the city. I don't know where exactly, but then he goes into some detail about what he does know of the city. So he shares with you this information. So you can take some time to peruse that. The items he's looking for are somewhere in these locations. He doesn't know which. And he tells you, don't dally. If you don't get back before nightfall, the ghost beasts will have you. Good luck." So this Scrapler, like I said, is a Kalishtar salvage broker. Dresses in the colorful, mismatched garb of a swashbuckler. He has the unnerving habit of copying your mannerisms as you're speaking to him. Do you have any questions for him before you set off?
Not for him, but I do have a question. Did somebody say I had given them one of my infusions? Need to make a note of that.
Zach did.
Sorry, say that again.
What infusion did I give you? Just so I can make a note.
Maybe.
Or did I give you?
I don't think you did, but if you did, it'd be
11?
like a +1.
Oh, that was just flavor text. Okay.
Oh,
You
you said like jets to let you fly. Sorry.
Roban.
Yeah.
Roban.
Yeah, sorry, it's it's
Infused
actually-
Roban's armor with enhanced defense is what the
Yeah.
note that I had last.
Yeah.
So I was like, did I change that?
No. It was I have a outerwardly wing, so I can fly. But I just said that you.
You're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So, with your ability to fly and scout around through flight, you're going to have advantage on your wisdom survival checks. But every square you travel through will be a group survival check with advantage because of your scouting ability. And it will be DC 15 Wisdom Survival. So, with that in mind, you make this so you can control it.
And I just want to ask him if he's expecting, like, if he's expecting, like enemies in the city or other treasure hunters who are going to want to fight us, or are there, spiders or dragons or rust monsters or whatever in the city? Like what's going to make this difficult? Why hasn't he just done it himself?
The Emerald Claw will be crawling around the city. They're mostly focused on Metrol Station, but their lackeys are everywhere. So watch out for that. The city itself is a city of the dead, and sometimes the dead can stand in your way.
Cool.
And you've also had yourselves experience in the moorland of crazy, weird, magical things happening. So you can expect that to happen too.
Par for the course.
It looks like the Admiral's brand chewing tobacco would probably be maybe in the bull market, trade goods around the world.
For the barracks.
I thought the war poster would be in the barracks, but possibly.
They could both be in the barracks.
Yeah.
I mean,
the milk could be in the market or
sour.
While you're talking,
Crystal Theater will have the glasses, the opera glasses, probably.
If you miss an item, you can make up for missing an item with salvage, he said. And so any of these locations you come to search, you can both find items in them and salvage in them, which represents old armor, old weapons, old relics of Seer that you can take as treasure. So if you don't find what you're looking for in a place, make sure to grab as many salvageable items as you can grab at the same time.
And the way we're working time units, like if we go to the mill and we search there because we think, I don't know, the paisley pattern parasol is going to be there, right? If we don't find the parasol, that seems or
yeah,
could possibly.
I thought he said there's salvage at every place.
There's salvage probably everywhere. Yeah. Every time you search a location, every time you search a location takes time. So it'll tick off a one-time slot. So the most number of locations, if you never had any mishaps on the way to them and never took short rest, you could cover is 10. Because that's how many time units you have. If you have any short rests...
I was just wondering if it was like two separate searches for salvage
or just one. Just
the
one.
specific item. Okay, okay, cool.
So with that in mind, who's your best survival skill? Marathil, you're trained in survival maybe? I bet Roban is.
I don't think so.
Root, maybe.
Root, yeah, Roban's trained in it.
But my wisdom
Root's probably trained
so.
with huge wisdom.
I am
not Alarin.
Not trained.
Not trained.
I have my wisdom.
Yeah. Root's. Oh yeah, okay. You're not trained, but you got a +1 for your survival.
What? Trained in what?
Survival.
Does anyone
trained in survival? +8.
+8. Okay, Cass. See that arrow right by your character?
Nice, Cass.
You should be able to move it. So you guys can pick any entry point into the city you want. So go to move that arrow to the entry point you want to start at. Any of the lettered squares.
So where do we want to start?
The infantry barracks is over here, and then the bull market, which I think has a good chance to have 2 or 3 of the items. And then it looks like we're going to be traveling because it looks like the next shit is over here, the craft market,
maybe,
and the Crystal Theater.
The
parasol may be in the theater with the glasses.
Right, I think that's or maybe a mansion. That's usually a rich person's thing.
I think the idea is that it's one item per place.
Maybe, I mean,
But I think that the war propaganda poster is most likely in the infantry barracks, and we should start here.
either A or E does the same thing because we all feel like there's something in the theater, possibly something in the market.
Right.
We feel like there's something in the infantry and
Maybe this market.
infantry market. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of markets, but we could hit it on.
Yeah.
Okay. So starting in area A, if you hold down the Alt key, you can drop it, like pointing right at a square. Go to move to the first square you want to move to, and then everyone make a Wisdom Survival check, DC 15 with advantage. You need 3 successes.
Well, it doesn't. Fucking. There we go.
Should we do this strategically or like game it or just roll?
I would recommend 3 of you roll right away, then you game it after that. That way you go pretty quick. But looks like you got 2 successes out of 3 so far.
Let me try, Dave, before you use. I fucked it up.
Okay. Before anyone goes.
Boom. Made it.
That's 3 successes. Okay. Move another square. So hold down the Alt key when you drop it, and then you'll be good. Josh.
I didn't move it, so
I just did.
Whoever did that. Oh, okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll again.
Oh, it's good. We're gonna be rolling this shit up. Let me go first. Yeah, I fucked it up, man. Like the shitty people should roll first. Nice, Cass.
I didn't make it.
Hold on. We need 2 more successes here.
There's 2. And
we can't go back
guys,
if you don't use your things. We're not going to go back to Ivan.
You might want to go slower so that I can do my flash of
root. Are you going with 13 for a final number? You need a.
Yeah, I'll add my hero point.
Hero point. Okay.
What's the DC?
What's the DC?
15. You've got 2 successes so far.
No, it's 15. Oh,
anything else for root?
I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
I'll do flash of. Genius.
3 successes.
Nice, Josh. Nice.
1 more square.
Oh God. Oh, he's just putting that in there as dividers. I got it.
Yeah.
Do we need to make a save in the actual box that we're in when we hit infantry?
Correct.
Okay. Here, I'll go because I'm trained, but I don't have a plus.
Yeah, let me go as well.
I made it.
1.
All right, I'll go next.
And we got our +3, right? From the aura.
It's not a saving throw. It's a Wisdom Survival check.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
It's a save.
2.
You know, let Marithel use her hero point here. Because, wait, you made yours? Oh, never mind. I won't use it.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I can't do that.
Who's going to go next?
Ivan can go. Big roll.
Made it. We're good.
Do you want to set an order? I can put you guys in the order you always want to go in. So, is Roban always going to go first? I'll put him on top. Marithel, and you guys can rearrange this if you decide you want a different order. Cass.
Yeah, it might change as our inspiration changes.
Ivan. There we go. All right. You come to the infantry barracks without wasting any time at all.
Oh, I forgot we have advantage on those.
The barracks stand untouched by time with heavy walls surrounding an empty, silent courtyard. The main gates stand open. I'm going to grab you guys, move you. All right. You guys are right down here.
Our super perceptive guy, I bet there might be of course, we couldn't be that lucky, but on the outside walls, walking around it right here.
Okay, so
Poster.
Roban, do you want to go search the perimeter?
Yes.
Okay. Make a wisdom perception check.
I'll go with him.
Okay. Eberron, make a wisdom perception check too. Your passive is 22 though, so good chance you'll see anything.
Yeah.
So you two are searching the perimeter. Let me tell you what you guys see. You're looking inside. Ruben and Eberron return, having found nothing around the perimeter. Those of you who can see inside see a loud chime breaks the silence, and a fiery portal rips across the center of the courtyard, revealing a corpse-littered battlefield beyond the portal. Rank after rank of corpses march through the portal, wearing the heavy coats of Karnath and the feathered helms of Seer. There must be hundreds of them. The soldiers flood the courtyard and form neat rows facing each other, ready for battle. Suddenly, chamber music begins to play. The corpses on the left proffer their hands, which the corpses on the right take. As the dancing begins, the portal winks out. And now, filling the courtyard, are dancing undead.
A West Side Story.
What's that? All right. The dead dance around the courtyard, armed with gleaming weapons. The corpses look recently slain, but move with precision as if on strings. They pay no mind to you looking at them from the entryway there. So, we already had Eberron and Roban go. Cass, what do you want to do? Or do you guys want to do anything as a group?
Yeah, I'll defer.
Okay.
Do we just want to walk in at this point since we checked the perimeter?
Ivan, what do you want to do?
We haven't checked down this hallway.
You have what? This hallway. You're right here, Ivan. Do you see this?
Oh, okay.
The courtyard's just north of you. The undead are filling the courtyard and dancing.
Let me do a quick thing if y'all would. Marathil would like to use the thing. Jesus, I know what it is. Divine Sense.
All right,
to see if these are actually undead or perhaps illusions.
Ah, very smart.
5, 10,
Within 60 feet of you, there are undead. They are definitely undead.
Okay.
No fiends, no celestials. Ivan, your turn. What do you want to do?
Gonna wink at Eberron and Cass and say Operation Heatwave.
Do we want to see if they're even going to be hostile first?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
What are you doing?
And we're going to go through them and not try to go around them.
Well, no, we'll start going around the perimeter, not messing with them.
Ivan, are you
going to delay? See if they interact.
Let someone else go.
I'll delay.
Okay, Root, what are you doing?
I'll follow in a little ways.
You can go on in? Okay, Root goes on in. So, they're dancing and filling the courtyard. You can see when you get in close enough, you got a door, set of doors over here. You got a single door over here, both to your left. You got some grimy windows here and here. You can't see through them from where you're at. There is a door over here and a door over here. Some grimy windows here. And just around the corner, you smell the smell of a stable. So this is probably a stable here. Now, to get to any of these locations, oh, and the music seems to be coming from the stable route. To get to any of these locations, you're going to have to get through this courtyard of just, wall-to-wall undead, dancing, paying you no mind, but it'll be hard to get past them unless you were able to succeed at, say...
Dancing?
Yeah, it'd be like an acrobatics check.
Could we fly over them?
Well, you certainly could, but you will have to land to get into the doorways, and then you'd have to still make the acrobatics check.
Okay. Well, let's do it. I mean,
and that Tom, that's even going around to this corner.
Even to there, yeah. So,
okay,
Root, where do you want to go?
I will try and dodge and weave my way around that corner.
Okay. So the Syrian and Carnathy soldiers spin around the courtyard in perfect partner dance, entirely filling the space. Some corpses stand stiff at the edges, occasionally cutting in to swap partners. Music emanating from the stables. Make a DC 15 acrobatics check. No problem. You weave in between the undead soldiers, and you get to where you can see the stables. In the stables, you see they reek from disuse. Inside is a quartet of undead musicians that are assembled, playing for the courtyard. They hold their weapons as if they were instruments, and they're mock playing them, though the music that emanates from them is still real and sweet. All right. Looks like there's military tack and harness from Seer, so you could grab some salvage, Root. You could search the place, but that'll be your next turn. So, we'll go back to Eberron. Where do you want to go, Eberron? And you can just skip and not go anywhere anytime you want.
I'll stay right here.
Okay, Roban, your turn.
I will. And did Root see like a poster hanging up in there?
No.
Okay. I guess I'll go. You guys want me to go to the west door?
Sure.
All right, Roban. Make a DC 15 acrobatics check.
I'm so good at this.
You got it.
I got it. Acrobatics 16. Boom!
Like you're even trained in it.
Who trained that robot to dance? He's doing the robot all the way over there.
Yeah, I was doing the same dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Roban, you get to there, and you can open those doors and see the chamber inside. Inside this room is an armory. You see racks of weapons and armor filling the room, mostly pushed aside, though, because there's a space made for some sort of ball game that's being played here. You got Syrian and Carnathy corpses taking turns pitching huge caltrops, and the other side is swinging maces to try and hit them. Let's see here. They sniff and hiss at you suspiciously. So your next chance to go, you could search this room. You see some, weapons and stuff on the racks. You can search and see if you find anything of value. But that's your turn. Cass.
Cass would like to go try to move up and explore a room.
Okay. Going to move to the doors you want to go to and make a DC 15 acrobatics check.
Or, now that I realize I'm not quite as dexterous as I originally thought I was, maybe I will not do that. Sorry. Well, we'll still give it a try. Okay.
I didn't see any posters in there, correct?
Correct.
I can move to any doors or do
Any
it
door
in
you
my
want.
spaces?
Any door you want. Yeah, where are you going?
All right.
That's
I'll
window.
go right here.
There's a door, yep. Okay, make a DC 15 acrobatics check.
That is going to be a grand total of 6. And I don't have any way of getting it to 15. Maybe Flash of Genius.
And Hero Point, right?
Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and do it. Flash of Genius and Hero Point. Let's just get it all out of the way. So that puts it to 10, and Flash Genius puts it to 15.
All right. So you get to the doors, and you open the doors up, and you see beyond a mess hall. There's corpses sitting at the tables, mindlessly playing card games. A line is formed at the mess counter. where undead servers dish up stew. The undead here sniff and hiss at you suspiciously. You see a war propaganda poster plastered on one of the walls.
Sweet.
Okay, that's your turn. Merithil.
So Merithil would like to. So grab the right thing. Have the Pegasus dash up over this way. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's see, dash up over this way, and then without having it land, she's gonna, just drop down, and try not to disturb the stuff around her and
Gotcha.
check this door.
All right, make a acrobatics check.
Yeah, let's see what happens with that. Oh,
No problem. Okay, opening that door.
does a little pirouette to accentuate it. Oh, fuck.
Reveals a barracks. And in the barracks, you see corpses lying on each bed. The room is eerily quiet. You see personal belongings and footlockers and such, which you could maybe collect as salvage. But that would be your next turn.
No posters. All right.
No posters. Only poster is the one that casts the scene. Ivan.
Yay. We don't have the room above pass open, so Ivan will kind of like booster moonwalk his way into and across the room.
Nice.
Okay, make a acrobatics check, Ivan.
Okay. Do.
No problem. You gonna go to that door north of Cass?
Yep.
All right, this is the room you see. A chapel. And in the chapel, there are pews that are filled with seated corpses watching the altar. At the pulpit stands a Syrian war priest. To his right, or to your right, actually next to him, is a Carnathy sergeant who's missing his head. There is right next to you by the door, to your left, a Syrian archer. She's missing her jaw. She waits at the foot of the aisle, a bladed rag acting as a makeshift veil. It's like they're set up for a wedding here. What can you see in the chapel? You see various religious relics that you grab as salvage, for sure. And that'll be your next turn. Root, what do you want to do? So, Root, you're in the stables. You don't see anything of value, but you see military tack and stuff that you could grab. You could also search.
Yeah, I'm going to grab that as salvage. And
okay, searching here.
if I
I cut you off. What else were you saying?
if I can, search around.
Okay.
For salvage, yeah.
When you search around, you distract the musicians. So when you distract the musicians, you hear a bell chime. Again, remember there's a bell chime when the rift first opened. The music becomes slightly more discordant as the musicians are disturbed by you, and one of them lashes out to strike you. But misses you. You dodge its strike, and you finish your search of the stables.
Shit, that's a lot of greater zombies. Oh, fuck.
It's fine. It's fun.
So you think we should just fight them, Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a shit show.
You find 300 salvage. I should write this down somewhere.
Damn, 300 salvage. We should write that down.
No, actually, it's 25 times 6. I build airplanes. 150 salvage.
Holy
This is why I drive.
Oh,
why you drive.
Jesus.
Let me do this. Letters. 150. S. There we go. We'll keep track of your salvage as you go around. Okay. So that's Root. Root's done. Next is Eberron.
Right. I'm just gonna move up to here and I'll stay out of the way.
Okay, Roban.
Okay. Did you say there's salvage for me to grab as well?
Okay, there's racks of weapons and armor filling the room. You can search the room to see if you can find any of it of value. The undead are
Okay.
sniffing and hissing at you suspiciously.
So can I ready to grab salvage after we grab the poster?
No, we're not in
Okay.
combat or anything. So.
Okay, then I'll just try to grab some salvage.
Okay, you search around for salvage. You disturb the dead when you do. A couple of them take a slash at you. First one is a crit for 14 bludgeoning and 19 necrotic.
Good.
And the second one is a 26 for 10 bludgeoning and 4 necrotic. And the bell chimes twice. You hear a chime of a bell twice when that happens.
Okay, 14 and 19.
So like the first time it rang once, and now it's ringing twice. Like not the
Twice,
second time,
yeah.
but now it rang twice.
Yeah. Okay. Make a.
And how many times did it ring when the rift opened?
One
Just
time.
once?
One time, yeah.
Okay.
A loud chime broke the silence. The fiery portal opened. That loud chime has happened twice now. Okay, Roban, make your choice. If you have like weaponsmith or armorsmith, you could make an intelligence check or a strength check with proficiency added. If you don't have that, then you can make a wisdom perception check.
I thought I did. Let me see.
Toolsmith. That counts. That's good enough. So you could do a strength check with proficiency added.
23.
Okay. You find one ceremonial saber, but of no significant salvage value.
Good.
Shit.
Good.
So you take that with you.
Keep it.
You're done. Next goes Cass. Okay, Cass.
All right, Cass is going to cast invisibility on himself.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then is going to carefully move through the room to and take the war propaganda poster.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. You can grab that, no problem. That's your turn. Then Marithil.
Marithil is going to try to, because she's basically stealing from these things, use a stealth roll to not disturb the undead as she loots these footlockers.
Okay, go for it.
So there's that. So it looks like I add the 6 for stealth to the end that rolled so I've got a 14 for stealth.
14 stealth. You do not wake any of them, and you grab salvage worth 150 more, so you're up to 300 salvage.
And you said that was a cutlass that we found, right?
A ceremonial saber.
Yeah.
Oh, saber.
Saber.
Saber's an S word.
It's my stage name, Saber.
You also find a tub of soldier's boot polish, but that's just part of the salvage. Okay.
Oh.
After Marithil, Ivan, your turn.
Yeah, is the war priest undead or is he a
He is
person?
undead.
Okay. Have any of them noticed that I've opened the door?
Let's see here.
Maybe the lady next to me?
No one's hissing at you. The lady's waiting.
Okay. And there's just like sacred relics in there for salvage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait until she goes down the presumed aisle.
Okay.
And then rummage the back.
Okay, you spend your turn waiting. She doesn't go after Ivan Root.
All right, I'm ready to make my way out of this place.
All right, make a DC 15 acrobatics check to get through the dancing mob again.
Well, that's no good.
That's no good. Okay. Chimes ring 3 times.
Shit.
Hit you for 15 bludgeoning and 19 necrotic. Remember, some of you might have resistance to necrotic. Hit you for 7 bludgeoning and 13 necrotic. I think a 20 hits you. Am I right?
Yep.
For 12 bludgeoning and 11 necrotic.
The bells toll for thee.
Okay, that was.
Seems like the chimes are how many hits we're taking.
That was the 3rd chime. Root's done with his turn. Aileron.
Good right here.
Roban.
I guess I will head out.
Okay, make an acrobatics check. You're good.
There
You're
you
out.
go.
Cass, your turn.
I am going to invisibly sneak out.
Okay, make your choice,
Did you get
acrobatics
the
or
poster?
stealth. He did. He got
Well.
the poster.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to be
12 on your stealth check.
Yeah.
All right. The chimes ring 4 times.
Oh no.
These are all with disadvantage.
Miss.
12's a miss.
Oh, that's
10's a
helpful.
miss. 8's a miss. 11's a miss. So
Roll
you're
a lot
out,
of crystals.
Cass. Merithil.
Merityl's just gonna hop on the Pegasus and get out.
You can make an acrobatics check with advantage.
All right. Ow. God, I don't like that. Let me hero point that. I know we've got
Tom, I'll have my Allosaur with me, but I won't take him into the buildings.
Sure, got it.
I'm sorry, I cannot find the hero point. Is it the H?
No.
No, there it is. I got it.
Features. Ooh,
Boom! How about
roll.
a 16?
Good roll. You're out safe. Ivan.
Ivan's also just gonna jet back out.
Jet back out. Okay. You gonna fly out of there?
Yep.
Okay. Then just make a acrobatics check with advantage.
You can do it. Nice.
I'm gonna close the door of the wedding place first, if that.
Okay.
You didn't want to
and then
lose the
Rue,
bride.
you're already out. Okay, so you guys get out. You got 300 salvage. You got a war poster, and you've spent only 1 time because it took 1 time to explore this. So, where would you like to go next? Go to move your arrow 1 hex, Cass. The arrow Cass is up here.
Thank you.
We're gonna bull
can
market.
we go catty corner? Catty corner, or is it just over and down?
1 hex at a time.
It's hexes. I was looking at the bloody squares.
Oh, yeah.
All right, sorry.
No wonder
We're
why
gonna
lighting it up.
Yep, that was why. I was like, why
that
would you keep
make
moving
sense.
it? It's in the middle of the square.
It's a warlock, man. Full of hexes.
Okay.
What is the bull? Oh, hold on. I want to look at what the bulwark is. Sorry.
Acrobatics check time. Got you guys all together here. I forget what order you're doing. Who's going first this time?
I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
Cass is first. That's
Why
a
don't you go,
success.
Made it.
Who's next?
And then I'll go.
I am.
Roban.
Oops.
2.
Success.
Who's next?
Merithil.
Okay.
Oh,
3.
Boom.
Gonna move another one, Cass.
Easy.
Sorry, I got to get back up to
both
right now. Are we doing the bull market next?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Yeah.
All right. Do we feel confident there's nothing in the Wynarn Mansion or the Reflection of Excellence or the Junkyard?
So the hard thing is, I think the mansion might be potential for the parasol, right? Nothing really jumps out as far as the junkyard.
Agreed with that.
I think the bull market will either have the parasol or the chewing tobacco.
If you remember from last time, these are all very specifically themed, in my opinion. So, like, if you have a pail of soured milk, is there something in here about milk? Bull market, to me.
Oh, right. You could have cows there, like if it's like a cattle market or something.
But you have all of these descriptions down here. So the bull market, this was once Metro Center for trade in goods from around the world.
That's under. Wait. That's under bull market.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Glamour Weave Mill. A wealthy Glamour Weave Mill stands at the end of Garden Street and is filled with enchanted garments. I don't think a parasol would really.
I mean, I'd love to go to the Canaan's workshop just because, magic.
The Crystal Theater could have the parasol as well. With
Crystal Theater is almost certainly going to have the opera glasses, I
Right.
believe.
Well, let's just go to the bull market, and then we can. I'm confident we'll find one of them there.
I'm just concerned the parasols at the Weinard Mansion.
Yeah, let's look at what we could. Well, I mean, it's a lot of checks, obviously, but I don't know if it's any more checks than hitting these things down here and then going up there after the Crystal Theater so far over there. Yeah,
Right.
you're right, Josh. If we went Junkyard, Reflections, Mansion, Workshop, Market, Theater, it's a lot less checks, but.
Well, but we also expend a time unit each time we do one of those too.
Exactly. So going to the bull market unnecessarily, it's going to be a huge waste of time. So
No, the bull market's right here. It's not a waste of time.
It is if that's literally the wrong way to go, though. Like, what else is down here? Is there anything in the cathedral, the Metro Arena, the Witching Well?
That's why he was trying to determine other things, Kirk, other than just we think maybe the bull market. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm fairly certain the mansion's got to have something. It's either going to have the opera glasses or the parasol. So what are our other things? Like, where do we think that? Well, the milk is probably bull market.
We went into the mansion and there wasn't a parasol before, but there could.
Well, I've never been to that mansion. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, good point.
Where are you going, Cass?
And the chewing. Let's go to the market.
Okay, yeah, we'll hit
1,
the
2,
market.
3, 4. That'd be 4 checks. So here's our first check.
So many checks.
Go ahead, start with Cass.
Okay. That's
Success.
going to be yep.
Oh,
Success.
I keep forgetting about the advantage.
Success.
Yeah!
Check number 3
right.
or 2. Cass, success.
Success.
Roban.
Oh shit! I keep rolling.
Roban, success. Marathon.
Come out!
Success.
There it is.
Check number 3. Good.
Fuck.
Why do we have advantage?
No.
Ooh.
We're flying.
Go ahead.
No.
Oh, shit.
Okay, slow down. We need 2 of the next 3, y'all.
So next is Eberron.
Nice.
Success.
Ivan.
You got it, Ivan.
Boom.
Done.
Right. And then last one. 1,
Success.
Shit. Okay.
2.
Success.
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 Wait. No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
Not yet, anyway. Is it 14 your final answer,
sorry.
Marathon?
I say yes.
Yeah. I can't do anything about it.
Eberron. Final answer 9, Eberron?
I say yes, and if Ivan doesn't make it, we
can flash route.
Ivan.
12
your final answer?
How big are
No,
the
I'll flash Ivan. I don't want to take a chance with Root, don't you think?
Yeah.
Or Root, you probably have a really good survival, don't you? Being a druid.
He's got a big wisdom.
6.
He's +6.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. Let's wait and take our chance with Root. I don't want to use up my flashes.
Okay, Root. See if you can bring him home.
How big are
All right, here we
Wisdom
go.
survival. Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Easy.
Okay, so you guys make it to the bull market. Okay. Big old map. Here's your big map of the bull market. There's a light mist that's rolling over the hollowed-out wreck of Metrol's bull market. Any remnants of its grandeur are long since shattered. Somehow, this hasn't stopped the hubbub, though. There's ramshackle patchwork stalls set up across the market concourse, resplendent with glittering trinkets and run by ghostly figures. The spirits are mangled with chunks missing from their bodies, but that doesn't stop them from loudly hawking their wares to no one in particular. A shadow passes over one spirit who flinches. Gliding above is the monstrous form of an oversized, wraith-like shark. It swims in lazy circles high above the market. So this gigantic, huge, like whale-sized shark flying over the market. A spirit near the entrance calls for your attention and waves you over. It stands beneath the sign reading Wordsworth Emporium. And I think I have a picture of that sign here for you. Yeah, here we go. Put this over here just behind the spirit. So here's the spirit that's waving to you. It says Wordsworth Emporium by him. We buy unused words. Special offers, pruning shears, yes. Dented kettle, you. Brass horn, that. Stamped arrow, how. Black piano key, I. Busted drum, want. And then you can kind of peruse the other stalls in the market, and you see what they're selling. So there's a stall.
Nice.
Parasol.
All that glitters.
Paisley parasol.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. The market central concourse is flat and rectangle of cracked pavement. The stalls are spaced widely. Echoes with the cries of spirited traders. The air reeks of incense. The chewed up spirit that's standing before you with the handwritten sign that says we buy unused words smiles warmly. He says, are you here to trade? You'd best be careful, or you might anger the loan shark. At this, he looks up at the shark, circling overhead. Your coin has no value here, friends. Only barter. But I can help. The spirit passes a hand over their wares. I'm Wordsworth. I sell the most essential of trade goods, desired at many of these stalls. All I ask in exchange is the loan of a word. One item for one word. Simple, right? Though be warned, we only trade in unused words here. If anyone hears you using a word you've traded, well... He makes a snapping motion with his hands and looks up at the shark again.
How much for the Paisley pattern parasol?
Oh, I don't sell that. I think you'll find that over at All Our Hubris. And he points to one of the other wagons.
Well, then I think we should head there.
Okay. You head on over to the All Our Hubris wagon. And a spirit there says, "Ooh, what are you in? Are you in the market for a very nice parasol?"
Speak to them with hubris.
I am indeed.
Well, do you have anything that's fashionable? I'm in the interest of buying fashionable things.
Also, if you don't.
Oh, go for it.
Ceremonial saber.
Yeah, go for it, Robin.
No, that's not very fashionable, I'm afraid. What else
You
you
wear
got?
it with the latest fashions.
Why would I buy
have
that?
This beautiful tiny silver icon of a raven.
No, something fashionable.
I have a set of fine clothes.
There you go.
These are a little worn looking. Looking for something like brand new.
Well, I tell you what. Well,
You know what? I wonder if there's something else in the market we could.
yeah, like we're gonna.
I think we're going to have to. Yeah,
The
we're going to have to
satin
get
gloves.
this Dwight Schrute style.
like satin gloves. Would you be interested in those?
He perks up at that. I might be.
Aha! We'll be back.
This is great.
So
let's
you
go
go to
talk
the Broken Promises.
Yeah.
We buy broken things, he says.
Oh, I've got a robot. His name is Roban.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to go back to the word guy because he sells a busted drum.
So what are you looking for?
Anything
We need
broken.
those satin
Something
gloves.
broken.
Would a busted drum qualify?
Oh, he perks up with that. Yes, it would.
All right. I'll go sell the word want to Wordsworth.
Okay.
But just real quick, for how long? I mean, is this?
Or is it while we were just in the market?
Oh, no, you cannot use that word again.
Like ever.
Or else the loan shark gets it.
Or the loan shark gets you.
Okay.
Like ever.
Yes.
Well, I will sell the word want for a busted drum.
Okay. He gives you the busted drum. You head back over to Broken Promises. He looks over the busted drum. He hems and haws as he looks at it for a while. As you guys try and sell it to him, you can make a charisma persuasion check to convince him this is the busted drum he wants. We'll start with Cass. Charisma persuasion check.
+10.
Why would I want
would
this?
very
He
much-
says.
Well, you would very clearly enjoy this busted drum because it is the most busted of drums.
Yeah, but why
No
would I-
drum has been busted before, and you purchased broken items, correct?
That's true.
What is more broken than a drum that cannot drum?
Okay, that's one success. We'll just go down the list. Roban, see if you can help out with the persuasion. Charisma persuasion check.
Yeah. Here. I don't think there's a point in wasting my inspiration for this because I'm an 8. No.
Yeah,
Good thing I didn't.
What if he's
I
a
think you're a
dwarf, though?
0.
What if he's a dwarf? You got a 3.
Marithil. You see, this drum was the very drum that was beat with the original recitation of the dragon prophecies. And with the final prophecy recorded, the drum was busted such that no further prophecies could be recorded. What other drum would you want but this busted drum?
Oh.
Did we all sell the word,
Oh.
or was it just me?
Oh, no. Dun, 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 dun.
Boom, 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 boom.
I want to say this.
Dun,
You
dun,
just
dun,
said
dun, dun,
you said
dun,
your
dun,
word.
dun,
DJ.
dun,
Well, if
dun.
we're going to get
A sinister bass note resonates across the
It's going to make
market,
it worth it.
and the lone shark twists towards you. It dives down, plunging through the solid street, and disappears from sight. Suddenly,
You
the
didn't
lone
make
shark
it 2
erupts
minutes.
from beneath you with a thunderous crash and explosion of rubble. Rows of razor teeth tear at you, wrecking the nearest market stand and its shrieking spirit occupant. All creatures within 10 feet of the triggering character must make a DC 18 dexterity saving throw or take 76 points of damage. You all have a...
All right, I'll be right.
This will be all of you, and
You're
you
right
all
back.
have the +3 bonus from Marithil. And it's 74 points of damage or DC 18 dex save for half.
My danger sense, I'm assuming, would work.
It would work, yeah.
So I'm good.
I feel like this guy lied to us. Yeah. Marithil will use her inspiration.
So it's either 74 or half of 74 would be 37. And it's
Oh,
force.
it was a half. Okay.
Yeah, it's force damage.
Don't forget your tempies.
Don't forget
Yeah,
your
I
20
use those.
tips. Okay, the bad part of all this was that destroyed the shop you were at and everything in it. So you
Now
no
it's even
longer
more
have
broken.
the opportunity to get the parasol.
Well, I don't know. It can. Whatever.
You can, of course.
I feel like he should have been more clear about that was everyone selling it and not just one person.
Yeah,
I didn't realize we couldn't say
I
one.
know.
I
know.
Yeah.
It's just the box text though, so you had to get it from there, just like every other group had to.
Okay.
So, everyone take your damage. 70,
You said it was
74 or
74
37 if you make your save. Now, you can, of course, just go and try and steal the parasol.
I'll go steal.
I am so sorry about that. Did I need to make a...
Yeah,
Save.
DC 18 dexterity saving throw. You have the Marithil's advantage of +3. It's 74 points of force or 37 if you make your save. DC 18 dex, 74 force damage, save for half.
I saved for half. Because I have advantage, right?
Why?
Why?
Oh, wait.
You have
No,
+3
never
from
mind.
Marathon. That's all you got.
+3 for Marathon, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And with advantage, that would be 20.
No advantage.
Oh, I thought you said I had advantage from Marathon.
No,
The advantage
I
of
the advantage
aura.
of Marathon. Yeah, no, you didn't have
I
advantage.
would have used my inspiration if I had.
You can do that,
understood
but you got to
right.
re-roll. You want to re-roll with inspiration with advantage?
Yes, I want to roll
Go
with
ahead.
inspiration, yes.
Root, you
There you go.
save.
All right, and half of that
Yes.
was
37.
36? 37.
37.
Yes, there
All
we
right,
go.
so it's going to be all my tempies plus 17.
I used to charge for my ring of evasion.
All right. Oh, Ring of Evasion, yeah, to make the save. All right.
Yeah.
So that now you can try and steal the parasol still.
Isn't that your area, Marathil? Or
Yeah, I
no?
can do it. Yeah,
Or
if,
is Josh? Doesn't Josh have like super thieves tools or some shit?
I have thieves tools. I don't know that they're super, but I appreciate you.
You're a plus
Noticing.
11. So how high are you, Shane?
well, I don't think it's thieves' tools to steal shit, so I'm
Oh.
not sure that's pertinent.
Sleight of
My
hand?
sleight of hand is +5, but I get to add a D something to it, and my stealth to get in there is a +10, and if root cast pass without trace on us, that'll give me a +10 to that. If someone can put guidance on me before I steal it, that'll also give me a bonus.
Why are we wanting to steal it?
Because we can't get it any other way now. The gloves are destroyed.
Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe we could find out if she would take a jade jungle frog.
You
I
try,
think we should
and they don't take anything but
the gloves.
What about tiger skin rug?
actually, with your persistence, you can make, and this is actually an adventure. I'm not just making this up. You can make a higher group persuasion check. So we'll start with Cass.
Okay, and the word we cannot say doesn't just apply to me; it applies to everyone. Is
Seems
that
that
correct?
way because when Marathil said the word,
Okay,
what word is that?
so it's not a word you're going to hear.
the loan shark zeroed in on the whole group, maybe.
Yeah.
So, given the fact that the loan shark can,
Okay. Here we go.
you know how big an area the loan shark attacks. You guys want to spread apart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cass, that's a fail if your final answer is a 2.
It is.
Okay.
Because Cass is still extremely annoyed about that merchant not being clear on who couldn't use
So
that
that
word.
was Cass. Roban, see if you can succeed here.
Oh yeah, me.
DC is 18 for your reference. So that's a no. He's not a dwarf, unfortunately. Marathil.
Ivan's got +10 if we want to break.
Were you it looks like your hit points are super low. But I can
Yes.
help you if you need. Just before before Marathil tries to convince this guy.
Yeah, if you can do so. Well,
I mean, I can give you some
probably better
potions.
if I heal my. Oh,
The negative energy. Dave.
Is there any possibility with an impassioned speech Marathil could try to deceive this merchant that this is the thing they want? Oh, it doesn't matter, actually.
Yeah, you can make a charisma deception check.
In fact, I don't.
Well, if I would have
think
known
you're
that, then I would have still
you
had
should
that
have done
same
it then,
result.
Cass.
No, that's a joke. It would have been a 1.
18, Marathil, that's a success. Alaron, your turn.
You need this item. It's the only thing you need in your life.
Right?
Ooh, you're at 15. Is that your final answer? You need an 18.
No, let's go.
I'll do a
ahead.
flash of genius on that.
How many of those you got left, Cass?
I now have. Where are you
I
at?
think you used 4 so far.
I've used 3.
3 is what I thought too.
And so I have 2 left.
Ivan, your turn.
Wow.
8. No, 13. Is that your final answer, Ivan?
What's up? Hero points of D6, right?
It is.
Yep. Let's hero point it.
Okay. So you need a 5 on the hero point roll. 33% chance. That's a no, unless we get a flash going.
Can I use another flash?
I think
It's a reaction.
so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use it.
Okay.
Can't take them with you.
So there's 4 out of 5. And success. You talk him into taking your second rate item.
Tom, is the short rest counts as one-time deal, right?
It will, yes.
Okay.
So make sure you let me know if you ever want to take a short rest. So you finished searching the market. There is, let's see. There is no salvage to be had. So
I'm gonna go and pull Karen ass to talk to that spirit thing's manager.
I want to talk to the manager.
Karen.
Yeah.
Should let me steal that shit. Where are we at?
We would have used less resources with Marisol stealing it.
Well, it's good you didn't, because of the loan shark attacks if you do.
Oh, it's fine. I mean,
You're good.
Root was dead, but
There's 2 time units down. Bull market covered. Where's your next destination?
should look at that right quick.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
so
could
we
head
got
back up to the junkyard and then go to the mansion.
Metro
over that way.
Arena. Hold on. Let's look at Metro Arena real fast.
Yeah.
Right.
If the arena is for animals, there could be.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
it
for a
doesn't
fight.
say anything about animals there, but that's what I'm trying to figure out is where the milk would be.
Right.
Of course, the wishing well, coins tossed in it could make wishes come true.
What's the reflection of excellence? Where is that? Oh, I don't leave no treasure.
I
Like there's the. I really think that manor for. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I feel good about the manor, but
well, you know what? We have to go. I think we have to go to the Crystal Theater, and so based on where we're at, I mean, I could count the squares, but I think it will be just as fast to go to the manor to the Crystal Theater and then back to the mansion. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
it's 25-ish to the manor and then the theater.
But I think it's possible also the craft market could have.
Right, but we could hit that on the way to the theater.
Yeah,
It looks like it's
either way.
33 to go theater then mansion.
It's I guess, do we feel more strongly that the mansion is a possibility than the wishing well?
Well, I think so looking at it, I think our chances of getting salvage at the junkyard and the reflections of excellence are higher than like the wishing well.
All right, well, okay, then let's just head up to the junkyard. Let's head to the junkyard next, see what we find there.
All right.
Maybe we'll find like Roban's brother.
Junkyard next. That's going to be 4 squares. So let's start with the first one.
Oh, Jesus.
Where you guys at? Right here. And
Where are we?
who's going to go first?
Oh, I will.
Go ahead, Cass. Then line your guys up below Cass, whoever's going next.
See who still has resources. Like,
Make sure
at
you're
this
showing
point,
your
Marithil can't
yeah.
do
Make sure you're
anything.
showing your 3-leaf icon if you have inspiration, and make sure you're showing your little.
I still have inspiration.
Make sure you're showing.
Maybe
your
you should
little,
go move down in order.
Oh, like snowflake if you have hero points. Okay, Cass.
There you go.
You succeed. Marithil.
There it is.
Succeed. Roban.
And then bring it back down when she's
Succeed.
There we
Okay,
go.
number 2. Cass. Made it. 10, Marithil.
I'll make it.
Oh, fuck.
6 for Roban.
You got a 5.
Okay, so Eberron.
Oh.
All right.
15 is the number. You have advantage. As a success.
Nice.
Ivan.
You got it, Ivan.
Oh,
Yes.
Boom.
Okay, that's 2 out of 4. Number 3, Cass.
So many.
That's a success. Marithil. Success. Roban.
Fail.
You fail.
Fail.
That's a good roll. Is that strong?
Good.
Ouch.
Success. And last one.
Nice.
Cass. Made it.
There.
Marithil made it. Roban made it. Okay, you make it there without losing any time. That exploration is kind of just like a sink on your resources.
Fuck. Right? Like,
Yeah. You'll be out of all your
Like
resources eventually here. Okay, so you get to the junkyard. And that's a good time for a quick break. It is 19 after, so let's come back at 30 after.
And we haven't done anything impressive at the first 2 to get hero points. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no, you have.
oh,
You found 2 items,
Huh.
so you get 2 hero points.
oh shit. That'll help.
good job, scumbag.
I was just gonna say thanks for saying something, Kirk, but it's not pissed the DM off at this point. I'll be back.
If that's all it takes, I would have been kicked a long time ago.
See you guys back half hour. Or bottom of the hour, I mean.
Oh, shh.
You mean 9:30?
Was excellent.
Yeah. Marithil can't wait to forget. She's going to offer the memory of when Cass first told her about hooking up with Callie.
You know what? Here's the thing about it.
The funny thing is
you may have
Cass-
lost the memory of the first time, but you still have the other 35 times I told you that story.
And Cass, you'd have forgot about it, but now that Marithil told you about it again, you remember again.
Hey!
But now Marithil can't remember that you ever told her, so you can tell her again. Roban.
Welcome. Yeah,
And I will give them the memory of me watching it happen around the corner
oh, no.
when I was changing my oil.
And Root.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to tell the story of defeating the Colossus outside of...
Salvage.
Dave, you're so much better at this shit
Yeah,
than me.
you're such a good role player.
More just a better person.
Ivan,
Yeah.
your turn.
That's true.
tell them about the time I got 1 shot in the first session.
You got 1 shot at every session.
Oh, I remember that.
And Eberron. Memory of excellence, Eberron.
That was good.
I told him about the time that we fought a whole bunch of invisible wizards casting lightning bolts.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to forget that. Damn it.
Okay. So now, one moment, you're all standing on the docks. The next, you find yourselves floating in dark water above the deck of a great ship. Unlike the reflection you saw above, the ship is decrepit with age. The sails and rigging float in tatters around you, and the wood is warped and rotten. You hold your breath, but the air burns in your lungs. You don't have long. And you know this is a magical effect. You don't think you're really in water so much as you have just one breath, regardless if you could breathe in water. So the Excellent hangs fully submerged in dark water with no sign of the surface or ocean floor. The ship has 2 decks with adjoining cabins, a large hold, and an armory. Waterlogged gear drifts about the interior. Ghostly green lanterns shed dim light throughout the vessel. The water tastes of decay and sea salt, and there's no sound to be heard. So you each can search one of the following areas. You got the upper deck, the middle deck, the hold, or lower deck, as it's called, or the armory. So upper, middle, lower, or armory. So you got one of 4 choices, upper, middle, lower, or armory. To reach any of those destinations from your starting point, you must swim for a minute and make a successful DC-10 strength athletics check. On a failure, you'll be delayed for a minute, but you can repeat the check. You can hold your breath for 1 plus your con modifier minutes. Searching an area of the ship takes a minute and requires a DC-12 wisdom perception check or DC-10 intelligence investigation check. Okay. There's certainly salvage to be had here, even if you don't find what you're looking for specifically. So we will mix this order up a little bit. We'll start with Root. What do you want to do, Root? So you got
I want to go to.
Go ahead.
I want to go to the hold.
Okay, go into the hold. So make a DC-10 strength athletics check to swim there. No problem. So you swim down to the hold. Ivan, what do you want to do?
Let's do the middle.
DC-10 strength athletics.
Ooh.
You swim to the middle. Eberron, what do you want to do?
Let's see. How about the armory?
Okay, DC-10 strength athletics. You swim down to the armory. Cass.
Nice.
Only one that no one had it is the upper right now. What do you want to do, Cass?
Oh, Cass will always choose to upper deck.
Upper deck, DC-10 strength athletics.
Or he's going to just, flounder around ineffectually.
Got an 8. Is that your final answer?
No, I'll use a hero point.
Okay, go and roll it. Need a 2.
Yes.
You got it. Made it to the upper. Merithil, where do you want to go?
I don't waste any.
Merithil has to go to the armory.
Armory, roll a DC-10. You're good.
Bailey.
Roban, where you want to go?
I'll go to who went to the hold?
Root did.
Root?
Me.
I'll go there with him in case we need to lift stuff. I'm better at that
Got
than
it.
him.
Good plan.
DC-10 athletics. Made it. Okay, so your first minute, you all swim to various parts of the ship. And does anyone have a con modifier of 0? No? So you're all still good. Okay. Minute 2, searching each area. So we'll start with Cass. DC-12 wisdom perception or 10 intelligence investigation.
That's right. My con's plus 10 because of my amulet of health. I'll be down here all night. All right. I'm sorry. What did I need to do?
DC-12 perception or 10 investigation.
No investigation all the way.
Okay. So you went to the upper deck. No Admiral's brand chewing tobacco. But you do find 25 salvage.
Nice.
Okay. Then Ivan, what do you want to do? Searching?
Yeah, search the middle deck.
12 perception or 10 investigation.
Ooh. Perception. What is a... Hold on. Let's get a hero point in that. Oh, fuck.
Okay, so take your hero point off. Cass, take yours off if you haven't already. You don't find anything yet. Ivan searching in the middle deck. And your minute's done. Root.
Okay, well, I'm gonna search around here.
Oh, you are successful. You find some 25 more salvage, but no specific items.
Shit.
Roban, go ahead.
So nothing in there. So can I grab Root and pull him out?
Why don't you look for salvage? Let's
Root
go.
searched and found 25 salvage. So there was something in there that Root got.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, I'll search and I'll use my inspiration.
Go for it. Made it.
Perception 16.
25 more salvage. You're up to 75 salvage. Eberron.
Hey Tom, I'm going to use a hero point in case 20 gets me something
Okay, go for it.
or not.
Okay, Eberron, your
Out
turn.
of 17.
All right, searching.
You can do it.
And Roban, don't forget to take off your inspiration. Eberron, that's a success. In the armory, there's a satchel full of potions of fire breath. So you find 5 potions of fire breath.
Nice.
Merithold, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Marithel's got to look for that magic sword in here. Oh, do we know what the DC is or no?
You know it's a 12
For
perception.
Oh, I will. Marithel has to find the sword. So 15 perception.
You're point that. You find 25 more salvage. Okay.
In the form of a sword, I hope.
No.
Damn it.
Back to Cass. Oh, wait. Has anyone got a con bonus of less than +1? So anyone got a con of less than 12?
Nope.
Okay.
And do we feel like we have an idea of what's going to happen when our breath runs out?
Ends,
like the effect will just end, or like we'll die.
I don't know for sure.
Good.
Cass, go ahead.
So the question is,
Okay. Do I think I pretty much searched the upper deck, or do I think there's some more areas to search up here?
There's more.
Okay, then I'll look some more.
Okay. Yeah, no,
That's going to be 25.
25 more salvage. Ivan, go ahead and search, or whatever you're doing.
Wow.
8? Is that your final answer?
Yep.
Okay, you don't find anything else or anything yet. Root, go ahead and what do you want to do, Root?
Well, I think it's time for me to swim out because I've only got a +1 con, so I feel like I'm running out of breath.
Okay, go ahead and make your DC 10 athletics check. Okay, you are out just as you're about to pass out. Root, what do you want to do?
that was Root.
I mean,
That was
Roban,
me.
what do you want to do?
I will, I guess, search one more time.
All right, you find
There we
25
go.
more salvage. Then,
Good.
Eberron, what do you want to do?
Oh, I guess I will search around again.
Okay.
Those are saves.
18.
25 more salvage for you. Merithill.
Marithel's going to swim out.
Okay, make a DC 10
It's an
check.
athletics to get out.
DC 10, yep.
Niet.
So Merithill just gets stuck trying to swim. That's the end of round 3. So who's passing out now? Merithill?
Nope.
You're still going? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, so no one has a con score of con modifier +2 only?
I do.
You do, okay.
Eberron.
Oh, no.
So Eberron passes out. Just floating there now, unconscious.
So Marithel sees that.
Yeah. Well, actually, you're trying to swim out, but you're close enough that you can see it. Yeah. Okay, and everyone else is good. They have at least a +3 con mod. Back to Cass. What do you want to do, Cass?
Still places to search up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll search some more.
Okay. 25
15.
more. Then Ivan, your turn.
Oh, I only have a +3, so I think I need a boogie. I'm gonna swim out.
Do we have raries up by chance?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's actually
No,
his athletics check having to get out.
Oh, hello.
You don't make it out.
You're-
Root, what do you want to do?
But I think Ivan.
It's only a 10, right?
It's a 10. Yep.
But did he go unconscious or did he just fail to get out? Because I think he had a +3, right? I guess he'd go
Ivan,
unconscious next turn.
he'll be. That was the end of the third round, last round. So at the end of this round, he'll go unconscious. So.
Okay.
Roban, what do you do?
Can I get one of the other two that did,
You want to swim to one of the holds that they're in?
that's going to take another, and then I've got an 18, so I would fall unconscious. So I'm going to get out.
Okay, going to make your swim check.
I guess I'm confused because Aileron had an extra a shot this turn to get out, right? Or am I just mistaken?
Alaron did not. Nope.
He did not.
Okay.
No. I just should have turned him the previous round.
Okay.
That's Root out of there. And Marathel.
All right. So.
So if you're not out this round, you're unconscious. Is what's going to happen.
I'm going unconscious, right? Do I think I could try to pull? Do I think I could try to pull Aileron out, and if I fail that, still have the ability to cast a spell?
You don't. It's either or.
All right. So I'll grab him before trying to swim out, before like moving. I'll grab him and try to dimension door out with him.
Okay. So you guys are out, and then Cass. Next
and
round.
then I'll give him mouth to mouth.
So if I have a +4, I'll go unconscious next round.
That was the end of the fourth. That was the end of the fourth, right? Fifth. You can go to the end of the fifth round. Yeah, you got this round and one more.
And more? Okay, then I'm going to look some more.
Get Ivan.
What do you want to do, Cass? Let Cass do his own thing.
Well, I'll go. I'll swim to where Ivan is.
Okay, swim to where Ivan is. Make a
That's
DC 10
an athletics
athletics. Yep. Made it. Now,
And
last round,
then-
you can search this place or try and swim out of here with Ivan. Swimming out with Ivan would be disadvantage. Or you could dimension door if you have that.
I don't think I do.
Or you
but
could
I'll
search
double check
the
just to
one
be
Ivan
sure.
was searching.
And then fall unconscious. And everybody else swim like out of the water.
Uh-huh.
Did Ivan ever find anything in here?
Nope.
I'm searching.
Okay, go for it. You find Admiral's brand chewing tobacco and then pass out. But you and Ivan are teleported back out. You find yourselves on the dock once more, soaking wet and clutching your plunder. The figure nods solemnly before leaping backward into the water. She disappears with a splash, shattering the reflection of the ship into a shimmering mess of ripples. After a few moments, the image reforms, but it is subtly different. The reflection is a little crisper, and the ship depicted seems a little less weathered with age. On the bowsprit, there's now a carved figure, dressed in a gossamer gown, with a military cap on her brow, and a trident pointed unwaveringly forward. Well done.
What?
100. You got 200 salvage, 5 potions of fire breath, and the Admiral's brand chewing tobacco.
1,100 salvage, I think.
Nice. And you got 4 out of the 5 items already. So, think if you want to take a short rest or not. And then after you've thought about that, tell me where you're going next.
So is there any benefit of
and
not
and you all
going
gain a
to
hero
the-
point.
Oh, hero point. Is there any benefit of not going to the mansion right now? Like, can we just travel straight across the water to the Crystal Theater?
Yes. You guys are assumed to be able to forward and climb and everything without taking the extra space. So you can go straight across the water, yes.
How confident are we that the opera glasses are in the theater?
Oh, I feel good. I mean, the junkyard was the only variable, and we got the soured milk there.
I mean, it's
We thought
6 there.
What are we still?
The theater right here.
Oh yeah, opera glasses is the only thing we need left.
So it's 21 to the mansion and then the theater, or we go straight to the theater, which is 1, 2.
12.
Yeah, 12.
I say we go straight to the theater.
Yeah, it'd be 27. Yeah, it's actually way better. It's only 6 more to go to the theater and then the mansion after. I think that's a risk we're taking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
straight to the theater, no short rest.
Yeah.
Does anyone? Well, does anyone need a short rest, y'all? Like,
I
mean, we're gonna have what 11, 12 checks. Like, we don't want to go into combat if someone's struggling.
I don't think
We've
you're
all
struggling.
got multiple hero points. Yeah.
Zach had a great question. The damage that we took from the shark, that had been. How much would we have healed from our rings of regeneration since then?
The shark was one time, 2
counted.
times ago. You could roll it twice. You click your ring button twice and take the 1 hour thing twice. It's been 2 hours since the shark.
I don't think I have that.
Just straight ring.
So there's 18, yeah. See the 18 there for a full hour and 20 for a full hour for Ivan.
Oh.
You do that twice because you had 2 full hours.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, those rings of regeneration aren't bad when you're exploring. And
when you're spending hours and hours.
Yep.
Shit. Good call remembering that, Zach.
Got you.
Okay, so there's you guys. We got 12 checks to make. So, go ahead, Cass. See if you can fail 1 check. 1 group check.
Let's not.
We'll see.
Wisdom.
Good.
I'm gonna double crit it.
Marathil.
Damn. Oh.
That's how cast rolls.
That's not worth it.
Roban.
Good.
There it is.
1 more. Root. Made it. Okay, Cass.
Hey y'all, let's switch route to the. Oh no, Eberron still has some duration.
Cass is good.
Marathil.
Marathil and Roban. Marathil's good. No, she's not.
No, I failed.
Roban's good. Root.
Good.
Nice.
Number 3.
Y'all are badass.
Cass.
Oh no.
Cass failed.
Oh, I
Marathil
did
failed.
fail.
So we need 3 out of the next 4.
Roban.
And we don't have flashes.
Made
There
it.
we go.
Root.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Could have
Why
used
don't
my-
You don't need to use
We
inspiration.
already have advantage.
Yeah. There's a success. Ivan.
Oh.
You can stop with the 9, Ivan?
Well, we need a 15.
You need a 15, yeah.
8 after roll is 6.
Yeah, let's go. for it.
Aileron. Oh, you rolled it.
you
Almost
baller.
made it. Aileron.
You fucking baller. That's awesome.
Well, they go
Alright.
away at the end of the session.
So
That's
I have
right.
to make mine.
Don't get to keep them. You got to make it, Aileron.
So we've made 2 already.
Yeah.
All right. We already have advantage.
You already have
so-
advantage. Made it.
Ah, there it is.
Oh.
That was
Nice job.
3. 4's turn.
Oh, shit.
Cass. Marathil.
Boom.
Roban.
Come on. There it is.
Roban.
Oh, my turn. Here we go.
It's like being in a baseball series. It feels a whole lot
Cass.
easier when you win the first 2.
Back to me.
There it is.
Marathil's good.
Oh,
Roban.
nice.
Cass. Marathil.
Yep.
Roban
Nice.
made it. Cass.
Woo.
Marathil.
Fail.
Marathil failed. Roban made it. Root. That's a 15. Made it. Cass. Good, Marathil. Good, Roban.
Hold on. Wait.
You're good, Marathil.
You're good,
20.
Marathil. Roban failed.
I'll hero point
Okay.
that.
You're at 13. You only needed 2 on the die.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Root, your turn.
Oops.
Root made it.
That's it. We're good
Cass.
there, right? Oh.
Boom. Made it.
Oh shit.
Very
No.
No,
Third-
I'm gonna hero point here
Okay,
because I only
Marathil.
need a 3.
Okay, Marathil, go ahead. Made it. And then
Okay.
Roban, you're at 13.
I'll hero point again.
Okay.
Yeah, there we
Needed
go.
a 2 on the die.
Why?
Made it. 10. Cass.
Boom.
Marathil, you're at 10.
Man, we are.
Roban, you're at 12.
12. Shit.
They got you, man. They've got hero points and they're better at it.
Okay.
Root, go ahead.
I hope.
Need 2 more. Root made it. Ivan, need 1 more.
Boom.
Made it.
Nice. Good job.
Got you guys.
11. Cass.
It's thinking.
I'm gonna click mine.
Cass
there we go.
made it. Marathil, 12.
Yeah, I failed.
Roban
I'm gonna take the failure.
made it.
Made it.
Root, need 1 more. Root made it.
Nice.
And Cass, last one. Made it.
Yep.
Marathil, way off.
She's
Roban,
tired. She's done with this shit.
Made it.
Nice.
Need 1 more. Root.
Boom.
Made it. Okay, you make it all the way over there, no problem. And you're coming to the Crystal Theater.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if they're not running cats.
If they're not running cats.
Yeah.
If it's the movie, it could be what killed this town.
Was Dame Judi Dench in that? Whatever her name is.
Yeah, and
was-
then Cordron or the
James Corden.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
you watched it. I know your wife made you.
Oh hell no, I didn't. You would not catch me dead watching that.
All right.
Taylor Swift in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Crystal
Jennifer
Theater.
Hudson,
So the theater
Idris Elba.
consists of rows of stone benches that descend toward a central stage. The stage is framed from behind by a string of columns and curtains that, of course, create a backstage area. Every surface here is encased in a thick layer of crystal. Like, not originally, but laid on top of what was here before. From the columns to the curtains stopped mid-billow to the actors on stage, the audience on the benches, everything covered in crystal. The actors are frozen. The audience is frozen as well, but in varying degrees of alarm. Those in the front rows seem raptly to be paying attention to what's going on. But those further away seem to have been half risen from their seats when frozen in crystal, while those furthest out were caught turning to run before they returned to crystal. Many of the statues at the back have been shattered and are missing appendages or heads or even just stumps is all that's left of them. So it's like a play was happening here, and something came over the play and turned everything to crystal. Maybe it started at the stage first because it seems like they were not given any warning and spread from the stage because the people furthest away from the stage looked like they were turning to run. Let's see what else you have. Okay. So you're looking for opera glasses, right?
Yep.
Okay. The outer seats are the first you come to. The crystalline audience here is less finely dressed than those further in. Most are frozen with looks of terror on their face, caught fleeing mid-stride. Many have been shattered, revealing mummified flesh beneath, so they were living when they were frozen. Not living anymore, though. You see coin purses and possessions have probably clearly been ripped free from the exposed fabric.
Like they've already been looted.
Yeah. One entombed theater goer carries a case, a map case, it looks like. And if there's any maps in there, that might be worth some salvage. The inner seats. Yeah.
And typically your balconies and outer ones would have the opera glasses.
Well, let's see all of our options that we can grab, and then so we can do the opera glasses first, straight, and then we can go for the extra salvage.
The richer audience seems to be more at peace with its petrification. Two figures among them, dressed in the garb of Metrol's scavengers, are out of place. Both seemed to be desperately hacking at their clothing with knives. So it seems like two scavengers came here after this all happened. And were frozen. One of the entombed scavengers is holding a pair of opera glasses strapped to their belt. Like they had already scavenged the opera glasses from someone else.
Right.
But that's all encased in the crystal now.
But we need to scavenge it from
the stage. The figures on the stage are elaborately dressed in an unfamiliar style. Many are frozen in melodramatic shock as the central figure points an accusing finger at two people wrestling over a glowing yellow gemstone. One of the wrestlers is dressed as a king, and the other is dressed as a fool. So, three figures up on stage, prominent figures, there's more than those three, but one of them is pointing an accusing figure at the other two. The other two are wrestling over a glowing yellow gemstone, and one of them is dressed as a king and one's dressed as a fool. You'd have to chip away at the crystal on the king to get to that gemstone if you want it. That's it.
Can we tell from the reactions if maybe like if whatever caused this came from the gemstone?
You can't be sure, but you think whatever caused it came from the stage.
The stage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you Arcana types want to try to figure out what went on before we touch anything?
Yes.
The crystal entombing each of these creatures is some sort of magical virus. Should you expose yourself to it, it could encase you as well. How would you expose yourself to it? If you were to try and chip away at any of the crystal, the crystal splinters that would chip off could infect you. So to chip away at one of these people is dangerous.
And the opera glasses are themselves crystal?
They are on one of these two scavengers that came after the fact, and they're encased in crystal.
We'd have to chip them off.
You'd have to chip them off as scavenger.
So what if I cast a shatter spell?
Shit.
You could do it if you want.
I'll tell you what happens. That's probably... Well, that's why you're asking if they were crystal. Like, does it look like
I don't want to destroy the opera glasses.
Ooh.
You think you'd destroy the opera glasses?
That's what I figured.
Yeah. Let's see.
Can we just carry the whole thing out?
Well, I probably don't want to touch it. I mean, as little as possible. I don't know.
So you can certainly carry it. You can certainly carry a whole corpse out if you can break it free from like the floor. You don't know if that would cause shards to come free or not. With a careful chiseling work, you might be able to like minimize your exposure. Less delicate work would definitely maximize your exposure.
And all right. This is a job for an artificer.
Well, Do we know what kind of check it would take to do it? Is it sleight of hand or artificer? Or...
Either sleight
what?
of hand or dex using artisan's tools.
Artisan's tools. What would your check be? My sleight of hand isn't great. It's only 5. Can you cast detect magic before we do it to see if it's worth getting other stuff too? I guess we can figure this out first.
I'll use a ritual to cast detect magic. And then
does a ritual take 10 minutes?
It does.
It would knock off a time slot if you do.
Then I don't want to do that, especially because I'm pretty sure everything in here is magic because of the crystal. I have a +8 to sleight of hand, and I've got a +10 to my con save in case it's a con save to not get infected. So I think I'm the best one to go in there and do it.
Marathon, you could assist.
Everyone else should. I'll
that?
assist, and everyone else should leave the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
You doing the glasses or the gym?
Glasses.
Glasses.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Make your sleight of hand check, DC 15, with advantage. Oh, you found yourself. Okay. Yes, you carefully chisel away and recover the opera glasses.
And the gem is still glowing?
Let's see here.
I think you said glowing.
A glowing yellow gemstone, yes.
All right, now that we have the opera glasses in hand, let's go try to get the gemstone.
Right.
Okay. Sleight of hand check. Or dex check.
19.
19. No problem.
That or... Oh, shit. Don't even need it. You're a badass. Nice job.
Thanks.
Last thing you got is that map case if you want to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Roll.
Wait. Would you hand me the other 2 things first?
Oh yeah, I definitely pass them to you, just in case. All right, here we go.
No problem.
Boom.
Okay, that's 25 salvage for each of you, so that's another 150 salvage.
Whoa.
So you're 1250. You've got all 5 items because you got the glasses. And now you can head back to the scavenger, and he will help you.
Now I think we take a short rest. We've got plenty of time units because we may not get to do one before the scrap board or whatever. Yeah.
You want to do that? Before you do it, something happens. Yeah. So as you're leaving as you're near the opera house, a figure comes up to you. Looks like a scavenger as they're approaching. Probably coming to the opera house to try and steal stuff. When they get
Tell them it's easy picking.
When they get closer, you can see here we go. Okay. A grimy scavenger dressed in rags with a wild look in their eye comes up to you. They are covered, when they get closer, in multicolored paint. They carry an easel, canvas, palette, and brushes. They begin to draw or paint a picture. So, I'm going to kind of send you guys on the map where they're going to draw the picture at. Okay, should see like just a white square here.
Yep.
Okay, so this figure starts drawing a picture. And they seem to have some urgency to the drawing, like times of the essence a little bit. And here we go.
A witch?
A lion? A wardrobe?
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore. Which side are you on? A witch, a priest, and a monk walk into a bar. priest, a
And
witch.
time pauses for a second here while I make the easel bigger.
Oh. Like they want us to guess.
That's either a sword or a cross.
It's got to be a cross.
Okay, so
Like,
they start drawing again.
that equals what?
And they stare wildly at the picture and point at it frenziedly.
A witch and a person divided by a priest and a person?
Don't split up.
Boom, that's
Don't
it.
split the party?
That's the password to enter the wrecked Colossus's head. And then it runs away.
Job, Kirk.
Good job, dude.
Woo!
All right. So now you've used actually 5 time units, right? Because you searched 5 areas. So you're halfway through your time allotted. Okay, there we go. Now, you can leave the city at any exit point. You don't have to go back to the one you came in. So you're 2 squares, 2 hexes away from an exit. You can take a short rest now if you like. You can go to the exit if you like, or you can do something else if you like.
Who
I don't need
benefits
a
from a
short
short rest? Yeah, that's.
I don't even
Empty spell.
remotely benefit from a short
Yeah.
rest.
I haven't used any rages, so yeah, there's no point.
Okay, so then exit or
you're
do
not-
something else.
I say exit,
Yeah.
unless there's something else you
Yeah.
guys can think of.
I mean, just more salvage, but we got a ton of that. I let's just get out of here.
Yeah, we've got all the pieces, so we don't need any more salvage.
I mean, and we got a ton. I say we're pretty
Yeah.
good.
The
I could
crazy
use some more
guy
hit
said
points.
that's the password to enter the wrecked Colossus's head before he ran away.
Oh wait, is there a wreck Colossus somewhere?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
right.
on the map.
3
Oh,
squares
shit.
away.
Oh, let's do
then
that.
let's go that. Yeah.
But let's get Root some potions. I can't. I don't know.
You don't have any
Oh.
potions?
I can do some cure wounds on him.
Well, no. You'll take necrotic. You'll take the.
I'll do
to
some
generate
cure
negative.
wounds on myself. I can do that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
haven't used hardly any spells.
I'm gonna
so
use
you
cure
guys
wounds
with
on
your
myself.
rings, so you get 1 more ring roll.
Oh right.
Ring roll.
That's attunement, right?
Ring of regeneration, I think it is.
Yeah. I couldn't have loaned it out.
I was
Okay.
say I've got one that I'm not using. If anyone has a free attunement slot that they want on the next short rest, to use it.
Okay.
And we're all expecting this traitor guy to betray us, right?
So you're going to the Colossus
that's-
right now? Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. That's 3 squares of movement to get there. So, Cass, go ahead. That's a success. Merethel's Root, your turn. I don't know where you guys are at. Where are
Got it.
I don't even know where you're at. That's funny. Oh,
We're
there.
down at the Crystal Theater.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. The first one. Second one. Go ahead, Cass. Merithil.
Yep.
Roban. And then third and last one. Cass. Success, Merithil. Success, Roban.
Yep.
No. Sit at
Oh, good. They got us.
12. Root. Made it.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, did we get another hero point leaving the theater?
You should have 5 minus all you've used.
I'm at 3.
Oh no,
Have
you
you
should have
used
6 minus all you've used. Because you get 1 for everything you found salvage wise.
Okay.
Okay, so you come to the wrecked Colossus. The wrecked Colossus.
We're here for the head, right?
A war-forged Colossus slumps against the base of a spire, as though it sat down to rest and never got up again. Its body is covered in moss, and warped trees grow on its head and shoulders. A plaque on its breast reads WX-5. An artist's easel stands near the base of the Colossus with a painted canvas pinned to it. The artist is nowhere to be seen. Any of you train in history? Anyone train in history?
So. Nope.
Is that intelligence?
None? None train in history?
Nope. Nature.
Nope.
Okay. The painting is a still life depicting all the items on your wish list. The paint isn't entirely dry, so it's clearly no longer than a day old.
What?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? The Colossus is ravaged, and you can easily access its interior to conduct a search of its compartments, but the head is inaccessible. Searching the Colossus before you get to the head, though, reveals 25 salvage per character, so another 150 salvage. So you're up to 1,400.
Is this the Colossus that we destroyed?
Big
No, similar.
Okay.
Similar
Okay.
Colossus. It's this one in this picture. Oops.
Well,
This one in the picture.
The puzzle was the. So I'll say the password because he said that was the password.
Shielded by a force field that's impervious to damage, prevents entry either physically or magically. Only characters who speak the password aloud can enter the head.
And then before, we don't have any bags of holding or anything, right? I don't think we've gotten anything like that.
I have a bag of holding.
Like, let's put all the stuff in the bag of holding. It makes me nervous that someone knows that we have it. I don't want to lose it.
Okay, they'll go in there. That's also where the Oracle of War is.
The interior of the Colossus's head is a mess of arcane machinery, jury-rigged with a bizarre collection of objects. There's stockings in place of conduction wires. There's a colorful lampshade in place of an elemental antenna, and so on. A small iron sphere embedded with dragon shards levitates into the air as you enter, and it speaks in a hollow voice. You came. Good. I have a proposition for you.
Who are you?
I am the docent. I've been trying to reactivate Nor by acquiring the rare objects needed to jumpstart its systems. Certain objects in the ruins have been warped by Mournland magic, meaning they could serve as fallbacks for the proper arcane components needed. A figment appears inside the Colossus. It's the painter you met before, but it's kind of spectral. It continues. But now instead of that levitating sphere with the dragon shard speaking, it's speaking through this figment, the one of the painter that you met earlier. I've been working with the Scrap Lord to repair Nor, but I've come to suspect the Scrap Lord isn't entirely trustworthy. I think they plan to use Nor for a long-term military purpose. I don't want Nor to fight another war. I think the Colossus may be better off resting here. I offer you a deal. If you take me with you, I can help you trick the Scrap Lord by providing illusory items to complete any you don't have. If you turn these in, the Scrap Lord can still raise Nor to aid the group, but the Colossus's systems will soon fall to pieces, hopefully not long after its job is done. Yes, that's right. The Scrap Lord planned to raise the Colossus to help you. And he still can. But if you agree to help me and take me with you, then the Scrap Lord can't use the Colossus for things after he helps you.
Oh.
Will you help me?
He's telling.
Yeah, make a wisdom insight check, everyone.
That's so odd. Oops.
Oh, he's a robot. I'm good at reading their
Roban, yeah, you
minds.
know what robots are talking about. You don't sense that he's trying to deceive you, and none of you do. So it's a form of arcane artificial intelligence attuned to the Warlord, the Warforged Colossus. and it just doesn't want him to be used for war anymore. But he understands he needs to help you. So
wait. The intelligence is part of the Warforged itself, so it's asking us to save itself.
Yes,
and like it doesn't want to be a part of war. Oh well, I'm in.
And
yeah, I'm as someone who served in the last war and still contains the emotional scars. It's what led to gambling.
Can I jack in?
With this realization, Cass has decided he's going to start following the steps again.
Okay.
Yeah, I will help.
This was a moment of clarity for him.
Okay. The docent thanks you and says that you can go to the Scrap Lord. Give him the illusionary items. I'll keep the real ones. And I will get the Warforged going again, but I will have control over it. And after he helps you, I will make sure the Warforged doesn't leave this city.
How about we keep the real items, and we'll just use the illusory ones?
No, I need to use the real ones to make the Warforged work.
Oh,
but I want to be the one who has control over its workings, and not the Scrap Lord.
I understand.
So if Scrap Lord has, okay. All right. So now you just gotta get out of the city.
Let's do it.
You gotta get out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 squares away either way. So Cass, go ahead. Survival check to get out. Number 1 out of 5. Cass is good. Merithil's good. Roban is good. 2 out of 5. Hmm. 14.
I'm going to use one of my hero points.
Okay. So I'll automatically make it. Merithil.
Yep.
Good. Roban. Good. Number 3 out of 5. Good. 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 4 out of 5. Good. Merithil. Good. Or no, Merithil's at a 12.
No, not good.
Roban made it. Root. Made it. Root always makes it. And Cass. Last one. Made it. Root. Roban. Made it. Well, you made it all the way out, all the way in, all the way out. Never experienced anything of losing your position. You do get effectively a short rest. So you can do a short rest right now.
Oh.
Oh, we get our temps back then, right?
You will. Yep.
20 tempies.
Let's see here. Okay.
What is it you tell us to inspire us?
I got to roll a couple of random Metrol encounters just for fun. Josh, roll a D20, and David roll D20, and Jeremy roll D20, and Zach roll D20. So 3. You would have coughed up a tiny duplicate of yourself, which functions as a clone spell, except the clone is conscious and lucid, while it grows to full size over a period of 120 days. Until fully grown, it's incapable of taking actions but can walk and talk.
What?
Root, you would have had... You passed through a street containing the endlessly burning bodies of the war dead. Until the end of the adventure, your attacks deal an extra 7 fire damage. Zach, you would have had... Your party's shadow comes alive and pick your pockets. Your party's shadows come alive and pick your pockets before dashing off, giggling. Each adventurer in the group loses 50 salvage, 200 gold, or 1 magic item, your choice. So there's some good and some bad.
That's if we would have failed
if
the
you'd
survival
ever failed
check.
one of those survival checks. The other one is your party gets lost in the mists and moves into a randomly selected adjacent hex. So yeah, those are all fun, pretty fun. Okay, so you get out. with all the salvage in hand. And it turns out it's illusory salvage now. And the Scrap Lord. By the host, you're the real deal, aren't you? He says. Every one of my precious items paid in full. We had us a deal. You fulfilled your end, and now it's time to fulfill mine. I'll bet you're wondering why I needed all those pretty things. Well, like the mask maker says, every item has an essence. Combine them into the right mixture and, well, we all have our little secrets, don't we? You'll soon see mine as it isn't so little anymore. So get yourselves down to Metro Station. I'll help you deal with the claws, and I'm sure you'll appreciate my support. Oh yes, I have a gift for you. He hands one of you, and you can choose who this is. And once we choose, we'll put like a purple circle on your token so we know who has it. He hands you a ring. He says, use this ring to show me exactly where I should focus my support. Best not stand too close, though. So he gives you a ring, and as a bonus action, you can use the ring to create a glowing arcane mark on a point you can see within 80 feet. Does not require attunement. Bonus action to place or to move the mark. Or to remove the mark completely.
I would think that would be someone that's in the back, not up in melee.
Do you have to be standing next to the mark to place it, or does it have a range on it?
80 feet.
Oh, 80, yeah.
Yep. So you can place the mark within 80 feet of you as a bonus action. And he says don't stand too close to it after you place it. Because he's going to be bringing help in some way.
Bringing the hellfire on. I don't think it matters, Shell. I mean,
somebody that doesn't use their bonus actions much.
Maybe, unless there's a reason that we want it on a stealthy person so they can stealth in and stealth out, so we're like not in a fight. I don't know. That's my only other thought. Like if you give it to me, I have more dimension doors and I've got misty steps. I don't know if other people have those.
I use my bonus action for my cannons, so I wouldn't want to.
So it sounds like Marathon? Unless someone objects.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Nope.
Done. Marathon, you got the ring. Bonus action to place, to move, or to completely remove the mark. Metro Station.
Oh, and just one last question. There's no check to use the ring. It just happens, right? Or
correct. Yeah, you don't have to make a check.
Can we ask?
All right.
Hey.
The grand edifice of Metro Station towers over the surrounding ruins. Its windows glow with the golden light of ever-bright lanterns, and many humanoid figures are glimpsed inside. It could be just another busy day at the lighting rail, but you know differently. The lions are long dead, and those figures are Emerald Claw fanatics. So you need to get below Metro Station. They're digging down there underneath the place. So you need to take these guys out. You should have help. And
where are we at? I don't know.
I'll put you there in a second.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So draw the map here.
Can I rage and kick off my boots?
Not yet. Let's hold on a second.
Okay.
And do we want to sneak up there and activate the ability before we engage them? Marathil's definitely willing to try that if.
All right. You guys are going to be here, coming on the street. Whether or not you have your Pegasus and your Allosaurus is there, it's up to you. So you can see the entry to the station here, a flight of steps that goes up. They ascend steeply enough that you can only see part way into the station. So if you're anywhere outside the dotted yellow line, you basically just see the stairs. Once you get inside the dotted yellow line, like I just moved you guys inside, then you can actually see part of what's above the stairs. So that's like the limit of your line of sight. Once you get to the stairs, you can see everything in both directions. But if
This is the lightning rail station?
correct.
Is that?
So you're trying to get to underneath the station. You know the place is filled with Emerald Claw fanatics who are going to try and block you. You know, you're pretty sure that the numbers are overwhelming, so should you start a conflict, you think you need to finish it pretty quick. You don't want to do like a guerrilla hit and run tactic. You want to do a guerrilla smash tactic. Just a blitzkrieg.
And did I miss? We're wanting. Is there something we need to get out of here?
There's something under this place, so you have to find some sort of passage that goes
Stairs.
below. Yep.
Okay.
And so these are the guards that are guarding the top of the stairs, basically, into down below where the Emerald Claws are trying to dig up this demon type thing and open the gate to the realm of the dead. And you know that if you take too long, more reinforcements will come.
Okay.
So if you want to do a rush on in type of thing, you can certainly do blesses and guidances and turn on boots of speed and rage and stuff like that, and then roll initiative. If you want to see what's up there first and risk them seeing you, then you wouldn't do that. So what you guys prefer?
Well,
Let's do that. Oh,
first
go
thing,
ahead.
I'm gonna hit Ivan and myself with Death Ward.
Oh, nice.
Ivan, you're Death Warded.
Hell yeah.
I would prefer the
For what?
kickoff our.
Well, let's
ship.
just go see what's going on. Like running into something blind when we know it's overwhelming seems silly when we have the ability to scout.
We risk.
Yeah,
Or we risk like going up there and there's fucking Tiamat. Like, you know what I mean? Like
No,
Root and I
but
can Root and I can go with Pass Without Trace out of the Staff of the Woodlands.
Okay.
All we have to do is walk up the stairs. It might be worth spending a spell slot to get Detect Magic up to make sure that there's no like alarm spells or anything on these stairs. I mean, I would do it if I had the ability to. I just don't.
I don't think he can cast it. I think he just has it as a ritual.
Oh, I can cast it, but can we not take 10 minutes to do it as a ritual?
You just risk people coming in
You
or out
haven't
of the
used
station.
the spell slots.
So
Yeah.
there's the place is teeming and people could walk down those stairs at any moment.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Then yeah, I'll just cast it. I'll use a spell slot to cast it.
Awesome. Root, you up for being sneaky?
You muted if you're talking, Dave.
He said he's
Yeah,
activating.
that's fine.
All right, make a stealth check, Marithil.
Ivan wants to cast a spell on Eberron and himself.
What spell?
He'll twin greater invisibility on both of us.
Well, let's not do anything that takes rounds because you're still searching.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to go right into initiative, but it seems like you want to do a stealthy look first.
Gotcha.
So let's do the stealthy look, and then we'll do the things that go by rounds. Okay, Marithil.
Also a 36.
30. Go ahead and move to where you want to look. If you get to the stairs, you can pretty much see what's inside.
Yeah.
All right, so you can report back inside.
What the fuck?
So there are here is like basically a swarm of Emerald Claw soldiers and another swarm of Emerald Claw soldiers. Undead knight of some sort. Trolls dripping venomous acid out of their bodies.
Shit.
Some sort of spell casting guy in the very back. And then
Does he look undead or does he look fleshy?
He looks undead.
Okay.
And then a flight of stairs beyond him.
Oh shit.
So that's what you see.
All right, y'all. We'll head back out now that we know what's going on. I mean, so do we want to sneak back up there and trigger the thing and wait for it to come as a distraction and just rush by, or do we want to?
Yes.
I guess we should have asked how long. Yeah, because we don't know how long the distraction is going to take to get here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Can I I wonder if I can. Oh, it's only 30 feet.
And I think I could take two of us basically to the stairs, like myself and one other person, if I leave the horse. Like, no problem.
The top of the stairs?
Yeah, I mean.
I like it. I say throw in the, pop the smoke and let them rain hell from above.
Like, put it here maybe on the night, or do we think it's going to be like a carpet bomb, or do we think because they're going to activate that, essentially that big Mo?
He said don't get too close. You could estimate a fireball size might be safe if you're outside of a fireball. You don't know for sure how big.
Maybe we put it
so
where it gets these two groups
and Root,
here.
You could go to where you're at and act in the surprise round, and if everyone else stays back, they would act in the first regular round. If more people try and get up there and go in the surprise round, then they'll have to roll stealth checks.
Right.
And
so what do we think?
You lose the surprise
Fireball
round.
gets the two trolls and the caster.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then everyone else just needs to be able to rush by. Do people we could easily activate source sleds beforehand because they last for a while.
I'm activating my source sled. That's for damn sure.
I'll just activate my rage and boots of speed, and then I can go 100 feet on my just a single move.
If you're source sledding, put a yellow dot on your guy. Okay, so as long as you guys stay out of the first surprise round, there's no chance of you triggering it. But if you want to try and be in the surprise round, then casting spells and stuff will probably alert what's in there. So, Marithil and Root, if you guys want to act first, you certainly can. Everyone else get to where you want to be. Do you want to get your mounts out of the fight?
Yep. Oh yeah, I tell Maverick to head back to where it's safe.
Are you bringing in some war artillery?
I will be I'll be having my two two cannons.
Those around.
Yeah, they're tiny, so I've got essentially one on.
Everyone roll initiative when they're happy where they're standing.
I'm gonna have the Pegasus. I'm gonna tell it to fly in and distract something after combat starts.
Shit.
Alrighty, then roll initiative when you're happy where you're standing, and I'll roll for them.
We got this, Root. We're fine. The only problem is if we get over there real quick and they don't, we might be in real trouble.
Did not roll well. You did.
I would.
Jeremy, you rolled intelligence.
Yeah. Duh.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot better roll.
All right. Round 1. Marithil, surprise round. Go ahead.
Well, fuck.
I want to sunburst this room. I
On
think
the surprise round.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna just drop the fireball right here, so we're far enough away, and then I was gonna put us in the back of this hall, and let's see. As an
you can
action,
do that crosshair for targeting your laser beam. Gotta be within 80 feet of it when you use it. Bonus action to use.
Ruler here. Yeah, so I'll have to do it from the other side, which is fine. So yeah, I'm all for being over there if you are, Root.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna dimension door us over here.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My good buddy Root. I'm actually gonna come to here and then I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna step up to here.
Okay. When you get to there, you can see a little bit more of the
God.
room. Let me draw what you see. Somehow okay, so you see a little bit in there. You can see from there, that vantage point, there's a couple more spellcasters hidden back in these close rooms to the party.
Okay.
Good.
One there, and one there. And you can see that each of these guys have like cold flames around them. Oh, no, they wouldn't do that. They don't know you're coming. Okay, Marithel. This little targeting thing is your target. Yeah. And put it on a vertex too.
A vertex, yeah, I was holding Alt to do that.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, that's action, bonus action.
Okay, Root, your turn.
Let's party.
Sunburst, 150-foot radius. That's pretty big. No, it's 60-foot radius. Sorry. This would be...
no, it's a 60-foot radius. It's so huge.
Yep, 55. Save that. Put that where you want it. Put that big target icon where you want it. I put a 60-foot radius on it.
There's the big target. We're going to do this.
Nice. This was made for this map was made for this spell.
All right, Root.
That's amazing.
So you're going to cast Sunburst at 8th level?
Yep.
That your plan? Let's see here.
You
came after or before the Necromancer near you. Where's Root in the initiative? There you are. Okay, so the Necromancer right next to you is going to counterspell. But he can't do 8th level. So he'll counterspell your Sunburst at 3rd level. Which means he has to roll an 18 Arcana check, I think, to actually counter it.
Yep.
You got it off. Counter failed.
Oh.
44 points of radiant damage. Let's see, we got 4 of these guys, and it's a con save. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the soldiers took all 44.
Wow.
They are not immune to blind, so I have to blind them all. They're blind until they make a save, right? Okay. What else are you going to do, Root? While I'm rolling all this saving throws. Then we'll do the Necromancer.
I'm going to go down the stairs. Tell me what I see.
Just a long flight of stairs that keeps going. All difficult terrain, so you won't go too far. It's 22.
I'll go.
Then we got 4 trolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one made it. All the other ones failed. This is radiant damage. So all the trolls are blind. Then we got 1. Death Knight made it. Took 22.
Oh,
Roll
Death
blind.
Knight. Nice.
Okay, Marathel, your turn.
Well, shit. So everything's blind. Is that what I'm seeing?
The Necromancer right by you's not.
Not every.
Oh, motherfucker. And
then Death Knight in the middle.
And the
without
Death
trying to
Knight
meta,
not.
can I see that can I see that the Necromancer has some kind of aura going on?
He actually doesn't because he wouldn't have had time to
Okay.
cast it.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Where'd Root go?
He went down the stairs.
Oh, good.
God, I want to hold these fucking stairs though. So I'm gonna step to here. I'm gonna bonus action cast a is it Shield of Faith? Yeah, Shield of Faith. And I guess and I'll dodge.
After Marathel comes the first troll.
Oh.
First troll is
Shield of Faith.
way back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a con save to not be blind, which fails. And then we got soldiers going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Con save to not be blind. Made it, not blind anymore. Then we got the Death Knight going. Root, did you know the stairs were difficult terrain?
Yeah, I did, but I got the Boots of Speed going. So.
Oh, you got the Boots of Speed going. Okay. Death Knight.
It's very fast.
He's going to cast a command on Marathil.
I don't like that.
To approach.
Oh, no.
18 wisdom save, or else you're coming to him.
Well, fuck. Let's see. Now I can't remember. Does that 17 have my aura in it?
No.
Or sorry, does the 12 have my aura in it?
No.
Because I don't have advantage, right? Yes. Right. Oh, is this a charm? Is command a charm?
It's an enchantment. I don't think it charms you though.
Okay. Then I can never remember what it is. So I'm at a 12 plus a 3, so I'm at a 15. So I guess I'll hero point.
Okay, 3 or higher, you make it.
Yeah, there it is. Come on.
Boom.
There.
Not charmed.
Just barely.
He gets there. He's done. Aileron, your turn. So Aileron, from where you're standing, you can see to the dotted line. Once you get to the stairs, you can see the whole room.
All right. So 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
All right. Where are they? There we go. Let's see. Who can we get here? Oh, looks like we can get everybody right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Get everyone in the middle there. We'll cast Fireball at. We'll just cast it at 8th level, and hope for a big whammy. What if I could get an extra D6 in there?
18 dex save for 3 of these guys. 1, 2, 3.
53.
Yep, 53.
And this guy, dex save. 18, you burn that troll up. This troll, dex
wow.
save. Made it. Took half of 53 is 26. But he's not going to regenerate. And then the Death Knight, dex save. Made it. It's 26. And then this horde. $53. All right. What else, Aileron?
4, 5. Done.
After Aileron, we got
No, we got to get across.
got Necromancer's turn. He's gonna go
Well, once everything's dead.
1,
I'm not going to
2,
stay and fight if y'all aren't coming.
3.
He said there's going to get reinforcement.
4.
Yep.
He'll go there and he'll cast Cloud Kill. Cloud Kill's only 15 feet though. Or 20 feet. Boom. Okay, so he cast Cloud Kill down there.
We
That's
can't see
good.
us down here.
Someone just cast a fireball and ran back down there.
Oh.
I don't know if you're paying attention or not. Cloud
You're
Kill.
right. He can't see you, but he knows you're there.
It's heavily obscured, so none of you can see upstairs anymore. When you enter or start, you're going to take 5d8 poison. And that was 5th level spell from that Necromancer. 5. Okay. Then next Necromancer is the one right by your Paladin. He's going to do
We can be friends.
He's going to go ahead and do a dimension door.
One time. I wish I had Warcast.
Where's he going to
Oh,
go with
make a
this? Go to there. Okay, so that's his turn. And then Roban, your turn. So Roban, you're starting in the
He went.
poison. Do you even take poison?
I resist poison, but
Okay.
I don't breathe.
Okay. Cloud Kill.
And I have advantage on
matters.
poison saves, but I don't breathe.
Got it. Cloud Kill. 21 poison, DC 15 con save for half. And your turn. 10 poison damage. And then 5 is your resist.
Yeah. Okay.
Follow the sound of my voice.
My rage moves me to there, and then I can move 80 more feet. So I will go to there. First attack on that guy.
Okay.
Do I want a power attack? No. Shit. Only 11 points of damage.
11 resists. These ones actually don't resist any. That finishes off that mob.
Oh, that's odd.
Okay, and then foot more, go to there, and I'll try to power attack the guy. And I failed miserably. He's not blind, right? So
He's not blind.
15 probably
It
misses.
does miss.
So I'm, oh fuck, and I'm writing in the good. I'm fucked. All right.
All done, Roban?
Yes.
Cast your turn. You are starting in the
save.
area. Your damage is going to be Cloud Kill. 31 poison, Cass.
So 15
Yep.
because I made my save.
Yep. Don't forget
Don't
your
forget your
temps.
10 piece.
And I didn't, and I have 5 left. And I need to make a con save for my detect magic that is still up. I make that.
There's magic
Okay.
in front of you.
Yeah, I think there's all around. I don't think it was really necessary for me to have cast that spell, but I did. Okay, so me and my little robots are going to be zooming in here on my source sled. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1 movement there. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Fireball. Let me get out the old Fireball.
What level do you want to cast Fireball at?
Just cast that 3rd.
3rd? Okay, the Necromancer to the southwest of you is going to counterspell that at 3rd.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
So that's the...
And you were just going to hit me with that? Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, I knew he was going to
Okay. All right,
counterspell it. It was all part of my ploy. Also, I didn't realize that was you standing there. And bonus action, I'm going to pew pew the... this guy looks like he's hurt the most. So, Eldritch Cannon.
Is that Necromancer concentrating?
This one is.
Oh,
None are
I
actually...
I didn't see a concentration.
Oh, yeah, just the one that the Cloud Kill is.
Cool.
Which one's that? Oh, that one. Okay, well then I'm going to pew pew him now that I see he's concentrating.
Okay.
So, first one is going to be 20 for 6.
20 for 6. Okay, it comes off some of his 10 hit points, it looks like.
And is he still concentrating?
Con save. Yeah.
Oh, dirty boy.
Okay. And then my second guy, 22 for 13.
13.
Oh, I pushed him 5 feet with each of those, too,
Okay.
by the way. So 10 feet total.
That also takes off some of his temps. 13 temps gone. Concentration check, DC 10. Cloud goes down.
Boom. Called theoretical healing for you there, Ivan and Alaron.
Awesome job.
Thanks,
You're
bud.
welcome.
After cast.
And I caused him to use up a spell slot and didn't deal any damage to Roban. So I'd say that's a successful turn.
Comes a troll.
Oh, pardon
Troll's
my
going to
master
go.
plan.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. He's blind. So, were you reckless at all, Roban?
Nope.
Claw. Disadvantage on the attacks. Claw. And bite.
No.
And con save. And not blind. And regeneration can happen next time if he doesn't take fire damage. He's all done. Then Root, your turn. So the stairs go down and down and down. Root. Basically, you can stay out of the fight if you want, or come back in. Your choice.
I don't want to leave the whole scene. So.
Pull me back.
So I'll come back. And maybe I'll do a wall of fire. Can you get out the wall of fire for me?
I can.
DOS wall.
Wall of fire.
This will go there.
All right, you could put it through both the Necromancer and the Troll, or leave it where you had it and have the Necromancer on the other side of it. Your choice.
Oh, I thought that was through the
Pull it through both?
Necromancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it right down the middle of the row there. There you we go.
Appreciate that.
That blocks line of sight and effect, right?
Correct. Line of sight, but not effect necessarily.
Okay.
Okay, 21
Hey,
fire
Root, do you have
damage.
enough movement to grab me and throw me back into the hallway?
Not anymore, no.
Okay.
Troll. Makes his dex save, so he takes 10 fire. But that resets his fire damage. And then the Necromancer. Dex save. Fails his, so he takes the full 21 fire. He had 9 temps left, so takes 12 fire.
Does it look like his cold aura goes away?
None of them actually have their auras cast already.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I should remove those
You
circles.
mentioned 10.
Yeah. Okay, anything else, Root?
That's all.
Concentration mark on your guy, please. Necromancer's turn. One to the south. Necromancer to the south. He's going to go... How big is that? 60-foot radius. Probably not time to do a 60-foot radius spell yet, but he can do a 15-foot radius, or 20-foot radius. And what's the range on that? 120 feet. Yeah, get over there. Cast, do you have counterspell? He's doing a cloud kill at 5th level.
I do not have counterspell.
Okay. So he's going to do a cloud kill 5th level over there. Concentrating on that. Back away in the corner. And next to go is soldiers. Soldiers by the fire. I assume the hot side's towards those soldiers. They can move through a space equal to one of their creatures, so they'll go 1, 2, 3.
Do they take the damage from the heat initially?
Not unless they go through it or in their turn next to it. Four, 5, 6. So they move to there. The poison doesn't seem to affect them of the cloud kill. And they will multi-attack on Roban. They are at less than half hit points, and they are blind. So they only get 2 sword attacks, and they're blind for both. Both miss.
Ooh.
And con save to not be blind anymore.
Only getting that benefit once.
There we go. Next soldiers, the ones to the south. Also blind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They swarm around you, Cass. You're 5 feet off the ground, so they're like all around you. Right below you. Then we got Troll going. He's blind. Oh, these guys
I should have specified I was in the air, but it will.
It says you're 5 feet off the ground, actually.
That's because I didn't. I did that earlier so that you can see my temporary hit points. I forgot to change it, but that I didn't say anything, so that.
I'll assume you're 5 feet then, since that's what you have on your token.
Yeah.
Soldier's turn. Con save. They're not blind anymore. Troll's turn. Regenerates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes to there. Multi-attacking. Claw. So that's a 19, 17, and 25. Does 25 hit you?
The 25 does hit.
Okay, that's going to be 10 piercing and 7 poison.
No, I'm not.
Then Ivan, your turn.
I have my Belt of Dwarven Kind, I think I resist poison. Is that right?
Your turn, Ivan. Yeah, it is.
Yes, I do. Okay. So that was so that'll be 5, and then half.
13.
Your turn, Ivan.
I've already taken 5, so thank you, Kirk, for.
It's
fucking
okay to
me
do
up
the math
on
in your
that.
head. You don't have to announce it to us all. Ivan, your turn.
I'll walk next to
Do
Eberron,
math your way.
twin greater invisibility on us, and walk on in.
All right. Difficult terrain on the stairs. After Ivan come the soldiers. There are the stairs who are blind. Where you end up, Ivan?
Pop
There? Okay. 1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
3,
I'll go to there and attack casts. Multi-attacking. They're blind, though. So 2 sword attacks, both blind. Both miss, and then con save not be blind. No longer blind. And the troll, I forgot his con save, do not be blind. Still blind. Then the end of the round. Actually, it's the very top of the next round.
Oh, I need to make my.
So at initiative count 25, a foghorn echoes across the city. Moments later, an explosion rocks the station as beams of energy strike its ceiling. Big gaping holes appear overhead now. The ceiling was like 80 feet high. Following it back, you see the wrecked Warforged Colossus standing upright in the ruins, smoke coiling from its arm-mounted weapons. Somehow the Scraplord has raised the Colossus to aid you. So, the first blast happens on initiative count 25. Everything within 10 feet of that target, which is going to be the one group of Emerald Claw soldiers and the Death Knight. Take 11d10. You can roll that, Kirk. Or no, you can roll that, Marathil. You're the one who marked
You said
it.
11d10?
11d10, yep.
Kirk.
Fuck.
And but it's not hitting Roban, right?
It's not hitting Roban.
Not yet.
It's only 10-foot circle. 72.
20
Nice roll.
72.
Oh,
DC
Nice.
26 dex save. DC 26 dex save for the Death Knight. Almost made it, but no. He takes the full 72 points of radiant damage from the blast from the Warforged Colossus, and 72 points to these guys, which they can't make that save, I don't think at all. They are obliterated. The Emerald Claw soldier swarm there. Okay, that happened at the start of the initiative. Also at the start of the initiative, swarming out from these 2 rooms there and there are more Emerald Claw soldiers. Let me roll their initiatives. Boom,
Guys, you got to get up here.
boom.
Working on it.
And let me
We've
sort
only
all
had
that.
one turn, Kirk. Chill.
I know. Marathil, your turn.
Fuck.
Oh, you're starting in the poison, so you take
Yeah.
kill. 17
It's a con
poison,
save,
15
right?
con save for half.
All right, so with advantage because of my dwarfy belt. It's not. That's a con check. Is that? I guess so. Con check. So
That's a success.
advantage. That's a success. So it's. I'll figure it out later. It's a
Quarter
4 to
17. 4 points.
And son of a bitch. I'm not fucking going back in there. Sorry, y'all. She's gonna dodge and move to here.
After Marathil's soldier's turn, these guys that just came out. 1, 2, 3, 4. They come to their attack root. Multi-attack and swords. 8's a miss. 23 root for 11 piercing and 11 poison.
are they at disadvantage because they can't see in the cloud kill?
I think it's the same both ways unless you can see in the cloud kill.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Um,
I cannot.
So 11 piercing,
That
11
hits.
poison. 3rd attack is a miss. 4th attack is a miss as well. Then we got troll going. This troll starting in the fire took fire, so he doesn't regenerate. He's going to exit that fire for sure. Come to here and attack Roban. He is still blind. Multi-attack and claw, and bite. All with disadvantage. 23, Roban.
The 23 will hit.
11 slashing.
So that's
7 poison. If you resist it, it only becomes 3 poison. And
Right.
you're poisoned
8
till
total.
the start of the troll's next turn. So you can put a poison marker on your guy Roban. Then the 17 missed and the 18 claw missed. Okay, that troll's done. And he can now regenerate if he does take more fire damage. And then next goes the Death Knight. Death Knight. We'll go ahead and get away from the old Colossus Ray and attack Roban. We'll attack with the longsword 3 times. Okay, longsword number 1 Roban is a
Miss.
19. Longsword number 2 is a 24 for 20 slashing and 18 necrotic. And longsword number 3 is a miss with the 1 on the die. Knight's done. Aileron, your turn.
All right. Got to get across. So I'm invisible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action, Misty Step. 1. Oh, all right, that's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move, double move, bonus action, Misty Step. That'll be it for me.
All right. Necromancer. He was in the fire, right? This must have got moved, right?
I was.
It was, yeah, right where you have it right
Yeah,
now.
that was
that's
where
what I
it
thought.
was.
Okay. He's got to get out of that. So first thing, he'll move out of that. Then he'll do a Cloud Kill of Zone again. Wait, does he have a second 5th level spell? Let me check. Spells. Nope. Oh no, he does. He has 1 more. 2 more. So he'll Cloud Kill
Who's casting that?
this guy to your northwest. 5th level
At
Cloud
5th
Kill.
level?
Yeah.
Is that where he's focusing it?
You don't know yet.
That's how where he's.
You don't know yet. He's casting Cloud Kill at 5th level. You want
All
to
right.
counter?
I will counter that.
Okay. Then that's 2 for him. He did that one. Moved there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes there. Then we got the Necromancer there. He'll now cast his Fire Shield, so he'll be the only one. I'll take the other Fire Shields off. What's that give him? He's going to do the chill, so he resists fire. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to end within 10 feet. So give me a Wall of Fire spell damage, please, Root, if you maintain concentration on it.
Dave.
Yeah.
Wall of fire.
I'm looking for the button. 1 second. Here we go.
And did you do your concentration checks when you took your damage?
I did.
Okay. 23 fire. He's ending within 10 feet of the hot side, so he's going to take full 23 fire, but that only does 11 to him. Coming off temps, actually. So, which I forgot last time. After him. Roban, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go reckless.
And you're blind, don't forget.
And
Or poisoned. You're
I'm
poisoned.
blind.
You're poisoned.
Okay, what does that do?
Poisoned, it gives you disadvantage on attacks and checks.
Go.
Okay. So reckless. Start with that troll there. Fuck you. There we go. 24, 23.
23, got it.
Fuck. Fuck. Does the Warforged, he just keeps hitting that same spot unless we move it?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I guess I will provoke and go to there.
Let's just do the first move first. Okay, so the first move, the Death Knight will swing his longsword.
Oh, fuck.
It's 28 to hit for 20, 20 slashing and 30 necrotic.
Okay, got it.
And then the troll. Oh, when you hit the troll, I forgot. The troll actually venom poison splashes when you hit him. I forgot this. Takes damage, except psychic. Creatures in 5 feet take 12 poison. So you took 6 poison when you hit him. The knight is immune to poison, so it doesn't matter. Okay, then the troll take an attack opportunity on you with his claw. He's not blinded now. 19 misses though. And the other troll is blind. Attacks you with his claw. Misses you. Okay. Now then you enter the cloud kill, and that does 16 poison, 15 con save for half or quarter. So 8, 4 poison. And after that is, you're all done, I assume?
Yeah.
Soldiers. Okay, so these guys come to there. And we'll attack against Roban. Attacking. 19's a miss. Were you reckless on your attack? You were,
yes.
weren't you? So actually, the first sword hit with a 24, doing 16 piercing and 4 poison. The third sword hit for 11 piercing, 4 poison. And the fourth sword hit with a 25.
Would it be even rolls in there because they can't see?
Yeah, because no matter how much, they just offset. So yeah, it's just the first rolls. So only 1 hit for 11 piercing and 4 poison. That one's all done. Cass, your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Wind Wall. I think I'm going to, if I do it like this, can you see the arrow?
I can, yeah.
That would get those 3 in the Wind Wall effect, as well as hit the Poison Cloud and disperse the Poison Cloud.
So what level are you casting Wind Wall at?
It is a 4th level spell. That's the highest I can cast it at.
All right. Then this guy, right by you and just northwest of Eberron, will cast Counter Spell at 4th level. Anyone want to counter his Counter Spell?
I don't know. Do we have counter spell?
Oh, we got a lot of people.
You got a lot of counter spells.
Yeah, but I already used my reaction, so.
Yep.
About
50 feet.
You're in range.
That's in range, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What level is he casting?
Fourth
Is it
level.
fourth? I'll counter it.
Fourth level. Okay. There's no one else that can stop you except that guy, but the wall of fire is blocking. So wind wall goes up and click the wind wall. What's that do? It is a 50-foot long wall. Okay.
Yes.
So let's use this wall of fire.
And I'll be honest, I planned on, once it went into effect, I was probably going to be dropping concentration right after that.
Okay.
The goal of it is the strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. So would it actually disperse the cloud kill? How would that work?
Keep
If
fog,
I
smoke,
get it in the
other
middle
bay, fire, no pass. It's a wall of wind. So it's going to just keep the cloud kill from going through the wall. You still want to do it?
Okay, it won't disperse it.
No, it's not.
No.
It doesn't blast wind forward or anything.
I misunderstood that. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's a wall of fire instead then.
Okay.
Third level, which is a third level spell. Does that, or I'll cast that fourth. No, it's fourth level spell. Sorry, wall of fire is fourth level. I'm still going to do it the same. How do I rotate this?
There's a little handlebar above it. You click and drag that.
Oh, yep. Perfect. Okay. Whoops. Why does it not want to stay?
You might have to hold the Alt key if you don't go to a 45 or so.
Like that. Actually, since I'm not trying to disperse that, I think that'll get everybody.
It won't get people that are mostly off of it.
Hmm.
It won't get people mostly off of it. So if you want to get those two, you do that. If you want to get the troll, you do that. If you want to get all three of them on their side, you'd line up on those three over there. Like if you wanted it on these guys.
We'll just do that.
You'd have to put it there.
Oh. Okay.
But put it where you want.
No, yeah. That who's concentrating on the cloud kill that's over there? He's down in the bottom.
Guy to the southwest of you.
Down here.
I'm going to dispel that.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll do it. I'll do right there. That works right there.
Which direction's hot?
The direction towards the stairs.
Okay.
Will be hot.
So both of the fires are away from the center of the room. That's good, easy to remember. After that, Cass, what else?
Next, I'll do a bonus action. So that was my action. My bonus action, I'm going to try to blast the troll right next to me. 23 for 13 and push him.
That's a hit. 13, push him back. Boom.
Then I'll try to do another one on this guy right here.
Okay.
But that's a critical fail. And then I'm going to move. And I'll provoke. So provoke from both of those guys.
All right. First one below you. Sword attack is a 20, and then the one to the west of you, sword attack is a 23.
Miss. And I am flying up into the air while I'm doing this. So I'm going to be 20 feet off the ground.
Got it.
And does my wall of fire have to go all the way up to the ceiling when I do that?
I don't think it actually does. It's only...
Oops.
Did you cast?
Oh, like 10 feet high.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Click
I'm
button.
flying over my wall of fire. It's right up here. No, that was wind wall.
And you sure 23 misses you?
Yeah. No, 23 hits me. I was thinking 25. 23 hits me. Sorry. You're right.
16 piercing and 11 poison.
So that's going to be 21 damage. And Constitution save is going to be a 16. And I'm going to. Oh, you want me to hit the wall of fire? There's the wall of fire.
20 feet high.
Okay, so I'm going to go 25 feet up in the air. God dang it! I can't not do this without getting fucking.
Just keep them off. Yeah. You don't need that. They're all together on you, right?
Yeah,
So
they are.
Off.
Okay,
we'll just keep them out of
they're
the
on
room
my
there.
floor sled. Okay, so I'm going to go 25 feet in the air and 120 feet.
Just mark it on your token. After your move comes the trolls. Okay, we got troll. Oh, and you did the fire. I didn't even roll their saves for the fire. So, trolls. 2 of them in the fire. Dex saves. Boom, boom. DC on your fire is 18, so both trolls took the full 19 fire damage, killing both. Death Knight in the fire. Dex save. Made it. 21, so he takes half of 19. It's 18 is 9. All right, and then you moved there, and then Root, your turn. You're starting in the Cloud Kill. The damage
Okay, hit me with
is
the Cloud Kill.
21 poison, 15 con save for half.
Oh shit!
Forgot. I'll take 10 poison, and then here's a con check for my wall of fire. That stays up for whatever good it does. Back up, and then I'm going to do Dispel Magic at level 4 on the Cloud Kill.
So DC 15 Wisdom check.
Cloud Kill level 5.
Yeah, you want to do level 5 Dispel?
Blew that. Yeah. If I'd known, I would have.
Cloud Kill down. All done, Root?
All done.
All right, we got Necromancer that has the Cloud Kill going, so it's gonna move. Well, it's gone. Never mind. It doesn't have a Cloud Kill going. Boy, he's got that. Wall of Fire. They know there's an invisible counterspeller out there. What's he got for area effect that can get you in it? He doesn't have the spell he needs, which is Dispel Magic. So
loan it to him for a fee.
He'll do. I should have kept one of those out there. He'll do a Cloud Kill there. Move to there, cast Cloud Kill. That's the third one. Second, 5th level spell. And concentrate and move back to there. And then Soldier's turn. They will move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack Eberron from there. All with disadvantage. Ooh, actually all straight up, aren't they? Because Eberron, you can't see them. They can't see you, so multi-attacking. But they only get 2 sword attacks. There's only half of them left. Both missed. Troll's turn. Am I missing? There's no one else besides you two back there. Okay. Ivan, did you counterspell Ivan?
Do I have it?
Did you? Last round you did, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Troll comes over to attack you with disadvantage. Claw, bite.
Oh,
All disadvantaged.
he knows where I am?
That's all missing. Yeah, because you did counterspell, which is verbal spellcasting. Troll's done. Then Ivan, your turn. Oh, Troll's gonna make a con save.
I can't see on the other side of the wall, right?
Correct.
Of the wall of flames.
20 feet high, blocks line of sight.
Cool. How tall is the room?
The room is 80 feet.
Oh, fantastic. Use my wings to kind of fly diagonally up and dash. So 1,
All right,
2,
just moving.
3.
You can just if you're just moving.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'll Misty Step to the other side.
Okay, so just moving.
Yeah.
Soldier's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to there and attack Eberron. Only 2 sword attacks though, because there's only half of them left. Miss and crit. So Eberron, you
Do
take.
they not have disadvantage?
No, it's straight up because Eberron can't see them.
Right.
19 piercing and 24 poison, Eberron. That's all at one time. So determine the total you take. You're not concentrating on anything, so I guess it doesn't matter. And you have 20 temp, yeah. Okay, so those soldiers are done. That round ends. At the top of the round. You're 20 feet in the air, Ivan?
No, I should have landed on the ground.
You landed on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
The Colossus blasts that location. Roll Marathil's 11 d10.
Not Ivan's brightest moment, but it's about to be.
63, really Ivan. 63 radiant damage, DC 26, dex save for half.
It's lower than it was last time.
Jesus. Oh, shit. Hold on. You said 26?
26.
Favored by the gods gets me a 28.
We made a 26 dex save. Wow. That's 31 points damage for half. That's a DC 15 concentration check.
Okay.
Made it.
So 31, right?
Yeah, 31. That's what you took. 31 radiant.
Okay. So
that was the very top of the round.
What's the explosion was still 10 feet?
Yeah, still 10 feet.
Okay.
You never knew what it was. I was just saying it's if you.
No. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't getting bigger. I'm just trying to make sure I'm.
More Emerald Class soldiers arrive at the bottom of the stairs outside. I'm at the initiative. There we go. And sorting. And they go first. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Then Marathil, your turn.
All right. You're raging, right, Robin?
He is.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it happen. The one in front of me, because this shit needs to die. And I have advantage. So there it goes. Haven't had to use it all game, but double scimitar double. So a 26 for. I'm gonna do. Let's see. A 3rd level smite on that. Come on. Well, there it is. Find smite. 3rd level. Oh, not very good. 11, 17, 28 points of damage.
Got it.
And come back again. 24. Gonna do a 3rd level smite again. So 3rd level smite's gonna give me 17, 20, 31 points of damage.
Got it.
And then my bonus action with the scimitar.
Oh, you don't want to move the.
Not really. I mean, I guess I could.
Right on the soldiers.
I guess I can do that. 1, 2. Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to put that there. Oops, nope. There. So 10 feet, that'll still hit both of them, correct? 5, 10, yeah.
It won't get the northwest one.
Oh. Let's do that then.
That'll get both. Okay. After Marathil, we got some soldiers going. These are the soldiers northwest of Marathil. Only got 2 swords of Marathil, both on you. Boom, boom. Both missed. Then we got the Death Knight's turn. Okay, Ivan landed in the ground there, but not exceptionally loud. So the Death Knight will come out of the fire. Oh, and Ivan, you ended your turn within 20 feet of the fire, so roll fire damage for that cast. Do your wall of fire.
Sorry, dude.
What's that?
No, you had to be within 10 feet. You were good. Sorry, I was thinking the old wall of fire. I think 1, 2, 3.
I thought I calculated it just fine, but oops.
You'll go to there, and then cast. Oh, it's not even a spell. Use this power. Hellfire Orb in the back there behind Root. Getting Root, Marathon, and Roban. 4. 42 fire and 54 necrotic. DC 18 dex save for half.
Made it.
Dex save.
Nice dex saves. So 42 and 54 fire and necrotic. Or half on a save. Let's see, he did, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll come to there. And he'll be done. Any concentration checks there, Root? Did you make yours? Your spell down, Root?
Wall of fire is gone. Yeah.
Okay. Marathil, you spell up or gone?
It'll be gone.
What spell was that? Oh, Shield of Faith. Okay. Eberron, your turn. Oh, you're starting in a cloud kill, so you're going to take 23 poison, 15 dex save for half. Move there, give us fire damage casts.
Fire damage.
Unless Eberron was
34.
doing something to not walk through the wall of fire. 34 fire, Eberron, from the wall of fire. If you're talking, we don't hear you. You there, Jeremy? If you can hear us, Jeremy, you can just click the macro buttons and we can figure out what you're doing from them.
I heard people disconnect and then connect back. Eric.
Don't forget your temps because I think it still shows you have them.
Yep. So going through the wall, Jeremy took 34 fire. And what else do you want to do this round? Move again, Misty Step, okay. Go ahead and finish your move. If all you're doing is moving. Then after your turn comes Necromancer. Over here. That's number 1. He's going to throw up a cold wall. And after he's got his cold wall up, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And then the Necromancer at the top's got a cold wall going. He's going to go 2, to there.
If I am not on mute.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Let's see, 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But now I'm over with you guys.
30 feet. So he's going to come to there and do a blight at 4th level. Anyone want to counter that? This is the one just northeast of Ivan, casting blight at 4th level. Actually, he's going to cast blight at 6th level. Anyone want to counter that? No?
I can counter at 6.
You want to do it, Ivan? Countered at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Knock off a 6th level slot. Necromancer's done. That's Necromancer number 2. Cast a 6th level. Boom. And then Roban, your turn.
Okay, I'm no longer poisoned.
Nice.
So I will recklessly attack this one to get his attacks down. Flip. I'm going to hero point that. 18 to hit.
18, he will parry that, making him armor class 20.
Bastard. Okay, second attack. Does that parry work on multiple attack?
No. So 20?
Okay, so I don't need to. And hero point can I use for damage too?
No.
Okay, then 20 or 22.
22's a hit. For
21, sorry.
21 damage?
Yeah.
Got it.
And shit, that's all I can do.
After Roban's soldier's turn, this is the soldiers to the south attacking Roban. So resets on his reaction.
This is gonna hurt.
Multi-attack and sword 1. Let's see here. You were reckless at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so 23 for 13 piercing, 13 poison. 24 for 11, 12. 18 missed. And 24 for 11 and 17.
Got it.
After the soldiers come, Cass, your turn.
I'm going to move over and down, and I'm going to try to Eldritch Blast the Death Knight. So first one, going to be a 22 for 10 and push 5 feet north. And then the second one is going to be 29 for 14 and push another 5 feet north. That's my bonus action. And then for my action, I'm going to cast Fireball. And oh shoot, God, that's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I doubt that, Ivan, you want to get caught in Fireball, do you?
Nope.
So I'm not going to do that.
Close a few times, but
I won't do a Fireball. Instead, I'm going to cast. Is this guy concentrating on anything?
No.
Ivan, you're just in the worst possible place. I want a Fireball.
calculated.
I'm going to do a Shatter then.
Okay.
And I'm going to get these 3 guys right there.
Got it.
So second level Shatter.
Thinking if I'm going to counterspell or not. Yeah. Counterspelled at second level from the guy to the northeast of Ivan. Anyone want to counterspell his?
Can you counterspell at second level, or do you counterspell at the
third level, I mean, obviously. Yeah.
Your third level, yeah.
No? Okay, so counterspell the Shatter. Now what, Cass?
Nice. I used a second level spell slot to force you to waste a third.
You'll never, ever recover.
And then I'm going to fly back to 25 feet up in the air and hover down here.
Your turn, Root.
Cass, Ivan, are you coming?
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Clear the way.
All right, I'm gonna hit those.
Tom, how high is that entrance?
10 feet high.
Okay, so we're gonna have to open a hole. Or Misty, one of the two.
I can Misty.
I cannot.
So it's killing time.
So just kill them all, Fruit. You got this.
Well, hopefully that.
I'm sorry,
hopefully
Kirk.
the
What hole?
Colossus. Now that we remember to actually move the target to where
That
it
would
can be
make a lot of
effective.
sense.
The guy who had I have bonus actions. I can move that target.
What are you doing?
Literally, the only turn I didn't move it, I couldn't see because I was completely obscured.
Oh,
So-
were you?
Well, I wasn't
Yeah.
Okay.
blasting you. I know you haven't had a lot of turns.
I didn't know that's why you didn't move it. I thought you just forgot.
Okay, guys.
It was no
All right,
guys,
I'm gonna
guys,
hit
guys,
the cluster
let's-
with erupting earth.
Stop the chatter. Erupting Earth, okay?
As I find the button. Here it is.
20-foot cube. You're hitting the 3 in front of you there?
Yeah.
It's going to make it difficult terrain. You want to do that for sure?
I guess not.
Okay.
Can I do a wall of fire through those things and then just let it go?
Yeah, you can do it.
That makes
You
sense.
can get 2 of them in a wall of fire.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll hit 2 of them with the wall of
2
fire.
main big guys. Okay.
Let me push the button here. There it is.
20 fire, 18 dex save for half. Boom, boom. Both made it. Both take 10.
And then I'm going to let it down. And then, since I have hardly any hit points, I am going to turn into an earth elemental.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Nice.
And yeah.
Companions and forms, elemental earth. Boom. There you go. We'll just take your token. We'll move it to the side here. Yeah, you got it. Over here by Eberron. Put the earth elemental wherever you want to be down there with your earth elemental.
Yeah, actually, I want to get out of the way.
Got it. All right. Give it a little more room to work there. Okay. Root's done. Necromancer's turn. This is the one, I think, with the cloud kill going.
Cloud.
It's there. I don't know how cloud kill interacts with the wall of fire, but for fun, we'll say they don't. Necromancer's turn.
It cooks it. It blows up, kills everything within
Everything dies.
20 feet.
Is it nuclear time for this? It might be nuclear time. Yeah, they are.
Sounds like nuclear.
They are afraid you're about to get away. So that necromancer moves to there, and he'll do Circle of Death. It's necromancer number 3. He's got a 6 level slot left. Yeah, Circle of Death. He'll do it in the corner over here. 20 feet above the ground. Actually, it's going to have to be about 30 feet off the ground to see that point up there. And so it'll get Eberron and Root. You're protected. You're out of the way. Marathon and Roban, if it's a dex save, you're going to get advantage, but I don't think it is. So Circle of Death. It's 35.
It moves around targets and all that.
35 necrotic damage. It's a straight line, but it's a con save, so if it has any line of sight to you, it'll affect you. So,
What?
Roban, Amerithil, and Cass, and Ivan, DC 15 con save or 35 necrotic. Then,
And being 25 feet off the ground doesn't do anything to me for me, right?
It gets you, Cass.
Okay.
It's right under you.
It's like below you. It's by
With
5 feet.
the aura, I'm good. With the aura, I'm good.
Soldiers.
So I'm good.
17.
Fuck, I can't make it. Oh, it's only 35 necrotic.
Yeah, it's not that
No
bad.
big deal.
Right, 17.
Should be Circle of Slight Pain.
Con save.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
use. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna use a hero point just for giggles.
And I made my save.
I made it, so I'll take a quarter.
All right. So that's that circle of death done. Then it's done. Anyone who has got wildfire going need to make a concentration check.
I made it.
You made it. Okay. Necromancer's done. Soldier's turn.
Is it con check or con save?
It's a con save. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. I just want to
1,
make sure I
2,
did
3,
it right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 9, 10. Give me fire damage for them going through the wall of fire casts.
Do. 32.
32. Nice. Roll another one because we got more guys coming. Oh, no, they're not coming yet. Never mind. Troll's turn. 1, 2.
That's one guy that's not going to go through the fire. He may be.
10, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He goes there. Then Ivan, your turn.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I hope Cass is gonna be okay.
But he'll get better.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Let's drop a fireball to try and clean up this little.
I don't know how you can do that without getting Ivan.
I am
That he
Ivan.
is Ivan.
Are you going to drop the fireball on yourself? That'd be great.
Well, let's see if I can. This one, right?
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Well done.
I told you. Calculated.
He's just better at that than you, Josh.
Yeah, but I wanted to get the guy up there too.
You could have done the same.
Okay,
No, because I wanted to get this
Ivan,
guy.
let's see. Counterspelling your fireball.
Just at third level.
There's no one who can see you.
Can
Can you not
counterspell?
invis?
No one who can see you. Okay, Ivan, give me your damage.
Nice.
Just
See,
a third
Kirk?
level,
2,
boy.
3.
I used my second level spell slot to let Ivan get his fireball off.
All made
He
their
gets
save.
25.
So that would take
Calculation.
25 is 12 damage. 12 on that guy.
It's a good try.
It's 12 on that guy.
And then
And
I
then
will
the Death Knight.
sneakily.
Dex save.
Hey,
Well, also,
20.
the guy already
minus
used his
save,
reaction on me.
minus 12. Okay. All done, Ivan? You're
Yep.
just buttering up for the Radiant Ray.
Yeah.
Okay, after Ivan comes some soldiers. This guy's there. Give me a wall of fire damage gas.
28.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 28 points damage. Okay, top of the round. Radiant Blast, 7d10, please, Marathil.
7d10 this time?
Or is it 11d10? Sorry,
You said
11d10.
11.
11d10.
We can beat 72. No, we can't. Oh, shit. That's way low.
49 dead either way. This guy's got a save to make what you can't. This guy's got to save what you can't. This guy's got to save what you can make. And he does
With
not
advantage.
make it.
Oh.
And he's going to take 49 radiant. Boom. Okay.
That's hot.
That's a blast. After the soldiers done, or at the top of the round, soldiers. Oh, and more soldiers come. Boom, 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 boom. Initiative. These guys coming through the wall of fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wall of fire damage, please. Cast.
Oh, only 28.
Minus 28. Got that. Then Marathel, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna fly up over.
If Ivan and Cass,
ahead.
you get through there, we'll say you do if you guys want to finish
Oh, I
up
can
right now.
easily get through there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
We'll call it there. Unless you want to kill the Death Knight real quick, Marathel.
I was going to try, but
Go for it.
it's all good.
Make some attacks.
All right. I'm going to come up. I'm going to use my Vow of Enmity,
Nice.
which gives me advantage on him. And let's see. Severed Scimitar. Okay, here we go. Scimitar. So a 30,
Hit.
and I'm going to use a second level smite on that. Shit. So 17, 20, 31.
37,
Oh,
right?
oh, but he probably takes an extra. So
No
he
extra.
takes the extra for being undead.
He does take.
He's not undead.
He does take undead. No radiant extra, but undead extra.
So,
37.
So he'll take 23. Yeah, 37.
Got it.
And let's try to do him one more time.
Do it to him.
26, and I'll do the 3rd level Divine Smite.
Death Knight.
Down he goes.
Down.
Nice.
24. 47. All right, now I'll run away.
All right. You guys defeat
I'll
the
fly
Death
back
Knight.
down.
You find a stash of stuff that the Necromancer had there at the exit. You take that as you flee, and you are successful. That is the end.
Very nice.
Your enemies are defeated, or at least you beat them down enough that they flee before you. The entrance to the sewers lies ahead of you, and beneath it the path to the creeping nave. You have triumphed. As you depart, you hear a rumble from outside the station. Looking back, you see the Colossus slump and crash backward into the ruins. Nor's duties are done, the docent whispers, and now he can rest forever. On the air, you can almost hear the Scrap Lord's cry of frustration echoing through the city. All right. So you are successful. That's the end. You get the adventure record for this guy. Looks like this. Where's the adventure record?
Will we level up?
You will be level 16. Yep. Level 16 for the next one, which will be in 2 weeks. I think it's in 2 weeks. It might be 3. I need to double check what I wrote. So I obviously need to up the damage a little bit more. None of you guys were even really in much danger.
Yeah, I mean, I had 18 more hit points than I needed.
Okay, so here's the AR. You gain the following rewards: 1,000 for checking off all items on your wish list. So you got that. 1,000 gold. The salvage earned during the adventure was 1,400 divided by 6. Choose one bonus reward. So there's one of the War Mage, one of Binding, Tomb of Clear Thought, Manual Gainful Exercise, Ring of X-Ray Vision, etc.
Exercise, that's strength, right? Yeah.
I don't know what a docent does.
Strength or con.
But you have access to it. Death is a door. None of you died. Riddle's Gambit. You betrayed the Scrap Lord by siding with the docent inside the Warforged Colossus Nor, preventing Nor from being used for future warfare. The docent now accompanies your group.
What?
You do not get the Rise of the Colossus.
Oh, the docent is kind of cool.
It's a sentient item, which is badass.
Whenever you end your turn with 0 hit points, it can make a medicine check. It stabilizes you.
Is it
following properties?
Does it have the random properties for this
Yes.
one, Tom?
I have to look and see. I'm not sure. I have to research that.
Oh, I'm definitely taking the docent.
Right? That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm taking the,
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
taking
it
the
wasn't
strength.
going to matter if it was practical or not. That's just super cool.
There's a Tome of Clear Thought, though, too, for the cleric types.
No, it's intelligence.
Oh, intelligence types.
And gainful.
Yeah.
I mean, con's nice, but I don't know.
No,
What?
I thought gainful exercise is strength.
Oh, I think you're right.
How much does a Tome of Clear Thought get you up to?
2 more
Who?
than what you're at.
It's intelligence based.
It could go up to 22,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
or
think
is
so.
it still maxed at 20?
I think 22 for the tomes.
Yeah, it
Oh.
increases your max.
It's strength, so I
Me
go
too.
to 22.
Dang it.
Boo.
22 intelligence or a cool docent. Decisions.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, for what it's worth, Josh, we'll have one in the party if you want to take the intelligence.
I'm taking the intelligence. And mainly because, as you say, we'll have one in the party.
I mean, having 2 doesn't really help us.
According to your updated schedule, Tom, we are playing again February 1st.
February 3rd?
So 2 weeks.
Okay. 2 weeks from now.
First?
2 weeks
Oh
from
shit! It's is it different than what's on the? Oh, I guess today was 118.
Are you doing a game next week, Tom, of a different variety?
Nope. Just
Very good.
16 in 2 weeks.
Love
Are
it.
you doing any of the like Winter Fantasy Online or VDWs? Did you end up picking anything up or
no? Taking it a little easy this month. Slacking.
a little hiatus?
A little slacking going on.
Oh, that's good. I ran a game Sunday and a game yesterday for friends and family.
Nice.
So
I've got
it's three days of D&D in a row, and I can use a break.
Josh or Shane, you doing more of the Mist Hunters?
Yeah, I'm running 10, 11, 12, which I'm sold out on 11 and 12. I haven't sold a single ticket to 10,
Really?
which isn't surprising.
Have you run all of them up?
Which one
until
did I run?
up to
Did
that point?
I run 10 with you or
Hey,
11
guys.
with you?
You ran
Alright.
10 with us.
I'll see you
I'm
guys.
out. Yep.
Night, guys.
Night.
That was a good one.
Shane,
That
have you
was fun.
have you run all of the ones up to 11 and 12?
Good job.
Like starting at 8. Also, I've got a ticket
Starting at
for
8.
the Sunday at 2, a ticket to the second epic for RMH.
Oh, cool.
What's cool about the RMH stuff is your character is just whatever level it needs to be.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I
Doing pretty
finished the game that I ran on Sunday was the second half of the